Mocho Chief Imam Musa Academy. Good afternoon.
Honorable.
Okay, Happy New Year, no?
Same to you.
All right. Quickly, I'm going to get pata. About 15 minutes. Na kwa imekuwa washimaga no mic weka kamu no noise wanta na no that demokwa ano alebo hana wasabita. I'll give you 15 minutes to that. Thank you, sir.
Okay, thank you as well. Alhamdulillah rabbil alamin wal akibatul muttaqin wala udwana illa ala zalimin wassalatu wassalam ala khairil mab'uth rahmatan lil alamin sayyidina Muhammadin sallallahu alayhi wa sallam wa ala alihi wa sahbihi ma ba'd. وقل ربي اشرح لي صدري ويسر لي أمري واحلل عقدة من لساني يفقهوا قولي. السلام عليكم ورحمة الله وبركاته. وعليكم السلام ورحمة الله وبركاته. ميكو أكبر دانا ماو دوانية تملين قلا مي بيبان شوانا مي أنا محمد صلى الله عليه وسلم. مدونا التجنو كاتا شيكا for few days فيها وما قاسم يوم كوكو وما بامو emiao lo shami ga la bagodo gado o mete popo yao ba ma ona mi am vovo ya ba mi tek popo ya me akoka fukafuni ala ba ewo nyu na mi ye mama gba mado na laji kina laja woni motu aja Maryam aja Latifa hekima yitu mado na mi aja Amina aja Isaac mashama to Imam Latif mado na mashama asana ya ba kalala mado to na mado gana ona ba sankush na wo donyita Mr. Sensitive modo na magata miawe donyi mauta miagata miachujwa waje fiato aje gato nyatefo unde shara na gbotogbo jokwa nke kayina na unde shara jokwa nhama yina ni unde shara gomajele shi kwa nhu anu na shi ta ncho ko mi le fie mi dako be nwo sesan ta mi a change mo close one no tebitem mi change government ban choncho ya de evia mi jin choncho a de for ka ta mi da kono ma wori me ba gbeta obo ma ba for ka no la jia nkai mi ko chonchi especially school de nyawo la ma sena mo pro agble de nyawo dem ya kwa trotro ya ji amula the change in the country actually leads Mahama to the presidency. So try general party adul party amoto amona do mahia me agbobo me do NDC ko me ga do NPP akomo me adako na moto la ba multi party for milita alternative recommend na NPP wo NDC time ko joane be never go do mahia na kufa ofaya ayinwi ye okuhami na no ponshika mi ashitogaji yene mi ayiji a maguna ajejibo politicians wa program ya do ya ho the lay menu alo floating vote samagbalo lo politician wa fi akafla o mo vigo ya de party ji o ya pon yi ya no those ganku yibo o ya gbocho yibo ji no ko yibo ya gbocho yi ba mo gbalo ya tenyanka mediate alo do mo no ateto ya tefo ala politician ya tefo to gbon to gocho ba mo ko ba ma ba for ka no aporaka do kulabo profe fianem kaka yima kaka funaju jihu watrozu koshira watrozu kaka jihu watrozu ofo nchoncho ko fuju tanami akwa anya mo ko aporaka do kwano aba is a inauguration ceremony na mahama la ka yudu itetia agara onimu from onimuma we ba ga inauguration ceremony like yeba the rego after that Ajamocho primary, the first third quarters primary ever basic fear ever important of the 1 year. She can jivia devia jenka anyinono aja gbagba afiaba jesozo fia jesozo afi after for the kaya afi afia mami girl twins afi ate ano owaleka mowaleko ba afi ma jema ko ma Ghana is in the right direction for this 1 year because ya ogbon apanyima na marakate za jiwamu we overpay ko jate porudu aka me upload but the first thing mopoyin goodies Mahama wa mateto ashiyen goodies emba the way ya humiliate the way ya on the flip side humiliate do MPPG basa o do for marginal vote shike le Ghana mi agbodo ma yamo jokwa ye nganto amokpo oto eye apa ete du abaji odu amaji convincingly ote povota ye ngbanto o shike o dumpe a chingini to ye ngbanto ne wa kwa ne mi ayija maga kpobo e ga onano like ye be ngbanto abaya ne mi agree with nana mi yona mi ko jiji na academic mark ya mi wana which is grade point average shike mi generate 4.0 jia my neighbor do man here ele 3.75 ele 3.75 la academic ma mi agbo magna cum laude ta mi a shashi kwani ramaji ta akwato something small plus wa ta 4.0 le for the camo ta magna cum laude te jagba in academic terms jagba go agumama nemi yija ngbanto amokpo afimo 3.75 yenya nemi po Ghana mi abo Sidia the CD mi abo Sidia leko zoyina 28 CD 29 CD afiova agba Sidia enona 21 or 22.5 ama awe at least a 6 CD chikutuguna amashama ama mamiko economic confidence ye na Sidia agbonyo kwa jidepo na moshi bo yo ate hosidi ahosi na hosidi vi ahosi fagbugo alo aho anyin so mi na so ya itogo ya bi plagba ta aga restore economic confidence nam yo Ghana Sidia ha leader teviton ye another mi ko Sidia ha appreciate significantly bubu vale Sidia cha Sidia ka fla digba lagbego ba fia na bubu Sidia shike onye ibo do onyo raka then mi ga pa a boost confidence in the economy and I'm economy more than Ghana ha you economy better bubure lenchi shika ya te church le Ghana mavo alaba Ghana ha ayin the strength of city has made commerce and cost of living relatively cheaper and much more affordable and mi abo unse ale city ma ple ashicha chabanyo ma ana agbe bobonamu agba didi gwana attend no CCD same as compared to the previous government nanu nya mvina moto monye jodu amoto yo then yeah the currency is trading at an average of $1 to 10 CD 30 pesos at the end of that June 2023 June 23rd last year dollar CD tell the dollar cover 10 CD 30 pesos to $1 she came in the match. Muhammad, this is the inauguration. Yeba jodo ajaji ha. Upon a change government in the economy and nuna vivise sevana economy agbogbogbo whatever economy tai. Yeba jodo ajaji ha anna ashichacha ha ayingo. Currency traded at an average rate of what $1 to 14.70 pesos. Ena CD ha ga buga leju ga 4 CD ga je CD aji. Na Michigo Ghana bu which with a decrement of 30% rounded towards the nearest whole number that 30% bu mamare black toji ha ga chimi abokotokuma nemi ga gbo another one ga gold board initiative ya mia for me of this some ya le ngona sami jenfil ngona ye ha adon le fma shike o popere sidanchi o ko sida boosting alaba amaya wo nkwa alaba me agbobo awe le sida ha goma go board ha popere chi na me akpo yebo ngbegble the cabinet me akpo the bad some of the bad neighbor tariff increment da dare me aba jogawjia fuma ye ko nya tefoya onyan vi shike olaba alan kunanchi anya gbagbla fa shiga defuna jumo viara ba agba ko buje bobona miya wagwa dare kari gawo chi gawo jia ho gawo pleto afu de gana vira galamse bro ha shika kukuro maji jibe apaya mete pa kokura ala for de kamadu modo azamodo me abufu akpala ya bu va duro le tomo mete wodo a promise me ba jimun tomo gba ya pa corporate galamse ya won va mete won na majimu we over ya iha fuma akpoto vira me and of you kushika is a natural something. The death of the eater enyo ya jola epoyava imashika gbajina Ghana jukwa shika misebaba me amoyo ojibi aba kwa aba kro shika makumaku shika kuro majimaji jewina fafa ku alo abi kwa akopro ya gbogbo na oba chima ama hanya shika hu Ghana vira ya jo recent some few months ago fia ye divina recruitment na ya join gbadagba the view wa chief ma the via madden chief ma ama hanya shika defuna Ghana juko me apo the ugly nke vulo labor juko klama for the car. One of them the removal of Chief Justice ama mane 3.5 of grade point average shikanya negative part where even the dialogue called dictator unya amu fu chunchi is a political influence, is a political issue ta majewado amenya ya donwa china jukwa vira Chief Justice get through tukuno the ugliest episode so far and very dangerous precedent alabana jwaleka amayo daria na jukro habu gababa chwa iha egwo amaya we banamu banana amaya we na ha ye wogane abato zo kokuru chonye bagba iha magba ye ba ajia amaya we na ya ma we ni abanyu anu Ghana abana fudanami shika is also a dangerous as unwise decision of MPP government to blatantly park the Apex court. NPP over Yishika Olo to court the Supreme Court view. They actually blatantly park their people at the Apex court and then strategically filling the most of the lower court with others. The over Damu court view Shika over manipulate judicial system shika in the shara jimo okwa who had been minted at the chambers of the his excellency Nana Akufo-Addo shika onyebe monyo awon hoba won me akpoba mo gan go ala court gan shika minority ha over the court shika madam ju olaba me awo so mina so the shara no balance but already there's a call to send the process of dismissal of what future Chief Justice beginning with the political and ceremonial council of state which rubber stamp every decision by the president. Alabama yumi direct from abon woda unyabo juya president alajaji channel ta over to the rubber stamp ta gba ko nya yogba anyu monyo woga ta alabama akpon abadi alabama influence alo gagere amabale me abaju nya judicial alo esewo banyama agbana fudaga na jukala ba fuma yi enyi is a vital anyi te fo gare na melo me alle nkuna alaba na mi ate influence me abanka court banyawo klo ese banyawa ade fo alaba me alle nkura fuma nkura so jwamana fa na mi ate no na mi ava brief la me akwa educational na mi akwa educational unyo wo nyola educational historic basic education funding lako ko dega mi abo gomaje school banyawo she can allocate 9.1 billion to basic education, which is described as the highest in 5 years. For the past 5 years, in your basic education, government school, I got pon your abaya or this year to support infrastructure across what you school how learning. So now while we were there, the view at some learning material. Exercise book, desk, pencil, pen, work program review, Jeff Atajigato, and teacher support. You are doing such teacher across one at a film legit. Number 2, no academic fee, that's stress-free policy. She successful landed. A launch where ya na Amoyo University first year, Omega Helpful. A year we make cover almost 150,000 first year students of public tertiary institution. As his flagship programmer at the cover amboso so ya shike last year otewe ye ha mokpobo unyu nyanaju unyu atomo jenkle atole abolishing double track ebe yi neva junto bo school ya amuro yi de shigbe amuro ya Aflao shigbe amuro yi vire amuro wa direma ya jagba ya gbe ya stop ma yemi akpa there's a commitment they were able to convert about 100 schools or 100 schools to single track. One of them is St. Paul's. St. Paul's fiana ya over the single track. Example, a typical example at test site. She came up for Yatefa. Eva, Nema do Hoga W. Nema Panteka. Initially, they were single. Fear Hoga a double track. In order to improve quality and also contact our plus we are na school Virginia low ashihorene no school Biabagmala school Banyam contact our like Mfia fiber gam asudivio alona de year school junto afia sports afia Yakata jun kakwe chan juan dremina na ma ye dianda gapu sugaba ason ame junto yeah, teachers welfare teacher over payment of 52 million Ghana cedi in teachers training allowance. About the 52 million. But I teacher amele training college o somebody was teacher over allowance over garua play teacher wa kokpo gbokro so do one attractive now. Also place over 30,000 diploma teachers who upgrade to degree. Chicha o dogucha shikecha training college a diploma wana. Over diploma fi oje over upgrade by degree. Aga place amu oga da chicha de 30,000 chicha. Chike over degree cause one no single smile major and over degree anyam to degree in appropriate salary scale or daro salary nyeji and ensuring timely promotion. Shami kwa promotion magalo. Oga kaka ojolemi agbo mo promote amoro. Nkekam no general kwa after 4 years kwa one over promotion wa do rango lobo do na. Infrastructure drive le nka school chuchu school banya o chuchuma initiative a launch initiative do to mo ya complete stall e-blocks like a plus cover the school yo chuno onye day community day school she get the way na gbona ayo won afi ojo la jajiva ya ado do mo ya complete ya yiji and direct local assembly to build primary and GHS school addressing infrastructure deficit yo o de gbona assembly bono chu primary school fi o mo la no churu GHS no chu yo wa pon ka gbo efo ya chi anyi le gabe school chuchuba yama ya clear for my plus ya hin plus me azonongo advancing girls education free and distribution of sanitary pad na the view on so don mi abo tugbeje view mi abo view nyon view cross wo anya abo yo amunya no especially no lobo katamina lo ashido anyimo aba ashido anyina na shike den afuna agbeto nyon anyen shike mi akobu nyon view ala bonyo view a on gade moton ashido and the zaman nyon view nya tomolo taba manka gomogodi which is sanitary pad no ashido anya you azan shike no le class a mga podi view because of pad malosia omotebana school alabo monya kazago lo edo monya ko zando vota emina ko so no pad ala shona gan reka vina moto amejuda moto no amene school joining girls in basic and secondary circle le GSS SSHIA was enrolled to reduce absenteeism and promote gender equity because the vie magago ya chafon because of pad wanya sesomina so be unya nchu ate ho anyo atewe yeba bad one yeba in education wise yeba minya ba the inherited debt and challenges afaro chanya fiva unya challenges alo unsenro le afiva shika over to challenge. One of them administration inherited a sector burdened by accumulated debt odu for gbogboro and weak investment in basic education from previous government. Chaunana gravitation grant proto the vehicle on aspect proto also for some years for over few we are restored close mia deserve still a umo wana kachu mancho still a ga remain nama ya mopobo fuma yi manu unpaid statutory obligation like WAEC like umo for na WAEC me was supervision and vigilation for the last year umo for na up to now for umo for na miao le amu invigilation na BC even marking I will mark was be some go for now because omo for now wa eko fa mo ya wo wa mark na pa na mo te for now na mo fuma yi o do na nso ba pona corruption na mo na oga ala bo mo for na kwa wa hoga wa mark paper anyhow ta amaya major government anapo is a bad part of it. Another one the stall infrastructure project which constrain service delivery school road shine me akọ de mission ga fia for so many years shine shikena me abo school de nyamote ngwa no jagwa pomago quality concern in free SHS me abo school free SHS va video do malamu for foko fund viola aga remain a gel obo wasimo o feel potom abysmally perform abysmally amala wa odo chunchi ala bona nema na if our education is in coma it puts threatening on our academic issue ta mi abo school amala nani mu mi kwa de viewer almost 58% fail in wasi ala ba lan kura manchi accommodation fee increases na mi akwa university ado over you have for almost 1,500 150,000 students va university o dagare ho ga ojala bona ifese ekwa after first o de gelo ho I have a higher hostel mi popo dagare do it was perception ba o dagare ho ga report indicate that accommodation utility fee at certain institution increase the university ro o dagare nka echiga ajuga kro ho gaji le university ro and leading to public concern ejuma viewer nhabo and criticism that financial burden simply shifted to other area of the world student alabo you have for now kwa atomobu jiba ya to holoshi enna nwu klandushi to hon klamia alabo you have for now kwa ajimoro jiba ya ka to amamaji aga ho ga here now. It's a political game ya ajumoviro. The ugly part of education is that enable deep structural challenges like and long standing systematic issues like politicization of education. Me ba call education call politics. Ame ava be akweba initiative ale politics. Ame ava be akweba politics. Ama aye is pose a threat on our education. The need for new scholarship authority bill to actually scholarship unye you ko afia ba you are doing semi abo viewer school from here. It was a political interference in it in a scholarship award indicating the what non-merit based distribution that over leko job alebo oma based on who you know na jichamoro ko gana ma jichamoro mo ko gana qualify ba mate ogala ba ma jichamoro ko neglect of foundational learning miabo kindergarten o creche mimo ga o bunata mo crowd abuzupo view me ga o bunata mo mo ga mai mo ga na kan especially basic school primary school mo ga o mai mo elabo me akpofuma decade of investment in basic institution like and investment omega academia basic school mo JSS school to teacher o school view omega unana ka control judamu teacher ancestral exam controversy but no you are able to there's a policy to abolish it and integrate into what final years exam. It was a point of political contention with what critics arguing that the standard of a teacher's quality will be dent in. Never cancel mafia teacher Roma qualify our gram alaba is a political message you never know if I cancel that now that in educational ema briefly ne akọ hefa point amateur action le hefa but education overall is a turning point for them marking a serious deliberate effort to actually reset education sector and restore confidence through a strategic investment policy and implementation. For that, I'm here for Gomajeta Ayiga Dodo le Tomoba ya download there over my umvi na moto amanye jodo moto. Then for a good aspect of health strengthening the national health insurance scheme. Odonse me aba konji the kado cha aya ikonji a parasitam kwano na mo hogana na anan edo ya gwa achika amalem achika amalem oba kwa achikeru ko dem oba kwa na dem cross body actually refertilize and recapitalize the national health insurance cross operation roma lema cha okwe dem hernia proto obo operation oko the cross am kolia ha they have free access to health care. focus on primary health care. There's a policy about primary health care, like first aid. Gomajebe lamase takokwa na unjore jiwa nya atadu domodu atekpogbono kaba o lankura mahanchi civil society volunteer like am ajodularo over garamo untepolo gamba to implement of free primary health care initiative but na ama unview we atekpogbo ya zagarebo o wora kakpa health insurance but dorolia nova omega hogarishu wa pogbo ya pogbo now eyan lobby onye from the government abolish of COVID-19 health recovery levy. COVID-19 be ajoga yoko de wa na be miano talking hana COVID-19 jova mi ga from han va over o dira lema enyu na guy one city ha achikoto bunamin. The president assented to the act that repeal the COVID-19 health recovery levy, fulfilling the campaign promise. Another one, expanded access. We have general, especially in the rural area. The bad one is lack of detailed public report. Tuberculosis among no polomala adometenana metakpona detail nan kejo jole jamu ifike ajua potoro close wa corner world health ya watekpom ama alaba lanchu nkram. Criticism of overall administration minyaba by one of the Dr. Nsia Asari aba President Mahama aba konji Nyawa Aba is he actually described it as what unproductive and a failure. He's entitled to his opinion. The ugly part is stall agenda 111. Agenda 111 ya over has of almost $400 million. Boakowa echipoji umonana kachunchu is very ugly. Shika much edung onji gamata konyi no sana kachunchu. Political controversy but government anyana chunchi alaba yeta yemete funfu chunchu alaba lan kurefu mahanyin. Last but not least, on agriculture, the good part of agriculture focus on agribusiness. Oko yerawa fia shika obi a change Minister of Agriculture, Minister of Food and Agriculture to remain it what to become Minister of Food and Agribusiness. Plus agriculture agrodenya wanye do dui wanye do na jukomo bi plus wano obo do do ponlema. And then another one shikanya unye oganyeba. So in order to emphasize agro processing and value addition, addressing the challenge of post-harvest losses and lack of market for raw produce, close what the umbanyenye miaba aglomunchi ye miaba aglo denyawa wano attracting na mashama wawe miaba raw material miate sao mia hanva mi ma pon asa alo nemi do saba alo character loss alo mi mo saganya mi atest yin loss alama wa dia close so mi atest mi abaga mi akpo jijolama. Targeted subsidies and support distribution reach about 70% of internal benefit, like nanu na moshika fertilizer close to deployment of extension officer mi abo amu mana pona grade muajia ga hwam gadere do across wa odo vision forward technology okon ka mi abo computer bodo jijifo mo nkola npopoko de mi abo nka agriculture abanyomo. Bad one is ongoing challenges like agriculture sector wa ko fertilizer na mo mago corruption aspect of it. Another one, broader economy and policy transition issue. The ugly is what? Illegal mining. Last one was illegal mining on our land. The illegal mining impact on our land. Destruction of what? Cocoa plantation and farm. This is galamsey bonya shikemiabo anyigbo gloma. Omoto onana kachunchi aterejin. Bureaucratic handle like what damore don shika amu jewa daran alo omega dere don yo le ba kona ma wo do am qualify mo ko gani a ye ha anyu shi ko mo ta o di se shi ko le ba wa le bere market instability mi aba shio mi aba agbe mo nko mo te samu wa je fiato aje gato is a broader economic context of high inflation and steady depreciation at the start of 2025 un ya o mo pobo enyen gbegblon le agble banya mi ta yema in a shorter
that longer anyway Jagba, you've used 30 minutes Jagba mamuna yiro amanye chief imam Musa Jukola John Mahama for the kabaji no va vieto la mia agbele denyawo pakple mia suku denya kle koji denyawo ma wa wenye ma nese atedo be se dirami to 055 5270062 promise enya meka bia gbabe ma teva shuajile triore takpekpare ano yeshi le takpekpo viere mata mateo so chief mami jupuga patamia va second topic agbo ayika nenye energy sector for guy kana uhe le for the kam finance minister John Mahama you 1.470 billion US dollar you ko clear for kana le ju kwanchi le kana nya jonyawo for energy sector for debtor you hi kaka ga khadem ha parenchi alebe you go restore confidence ma the World Bank play other countries Sauduma. Thank you sir.
Okay apa papa kwa America madena jobo unyo wala ibe tamachina ba ta elle committed dokolabo Jesus Christ evagban mata webodo 33 years ma okujo there will be a second coming for Jesus Christ ye Mahama baba ya tefia
man de pam Yesu wa ifedo fikola Yesu mo wa ifedo
makwa webodo
no we ifedo he say it is finished ayo da chicho ganga global it is finished that Yesu we ifedo
kayebo baba velare nka oyaba
many Christianity discussing politics so when it comes to Bible I'm very critical about that
manya bia kuma bia ba yebo
so am I take blame off air you mean politics
okay
ma take Jesus is coming to abi yadra no for ya wa me we believe in that you also believe in Muhammad but I'm a form me believe in Christo form Yesu abe we for don agbela chicho ganchi so no Muhammad mo we for don that one it will be a different thing discuss is about John Mahama for 1 year thank you
okay accepted ta you va bi ava yebo baba vele ya va wona no shike yana gboju ano ju komo yishia mo pobo this is a part of it alabo ngbedodo a so profanyi ta yeba fo ya demole ta yeba nyayo bra yeji awon ta nyamo pobo is in the right direction alabo nemi akwa unya mi akwa menya ba America gbo America ami aji dem America mi aji dem nemo hafa nemi kepo at least dunso banyawo wa va to mi akpo nkeka mi anu anya ajo achi project do viro jojon va me labo me do agbugbo le ko le chan lebe gama yebo nya chan ba yuta ama dereza mi atepo bo hefore a show commitment as to clear the debt alabo na for le joan jo mi achu ta unyu kwa tuma ba jemple nyanyu atuma ba jemple ta gayo ha kafta tafla chi mai gaviu almost 1 billion 470 million Ghana cedi mai gaviu which is 1.47 billion cedi ta kafla tafla chi US dollar boda nemi calculate ta ba mi calculate gare cedi ma mi have error I'm telling you moya gavienya gaya o show commitment va un le kama va ko na fa ko na fa na apako onya ba government a o wana do ajo Ministry of Finance plus Ministry of Energy only o do ajo ta garuma o wana cover up okay shikeru ma ha maklo va plus wa na atoju no ma ba ji ajanya va gbo yi hefoma shike o bon when the fundamentals are weak exchange will exchange to expose you ta na mo hinya tepoa I have had she day ba o mi sana nulia na fo bo agbonu arukola bo afu na jejega ku na fofu ye ebe imafo yo fofu na fa ba ho kwa magata mo blagu ta na onyeba unyo ko jimila ni no nyeba ya tebe hefo ya ke is allowed able we have to applaud it because afaraka manya it's not enough fi ankeke prophet fi amana ya ma ya na wo ba ankeke funaju jun abato zo efo abato jun abato zo kwasha to nkeke ta in the timeline of 12 mental na mate hefo ya oga ungbogoro a ajawa gba papa me is you shouldn't politicize it ta I will applaud him for that but ajawa close so mi anu ayin mi akpo kadi lenka le jijoko kuma alaba amocho na Nigeria amocho na Togo amocho na Tefrobo Ghana bojuye amochina crow Ghana me enjoy light le Ghana go 24/7 nita amoro like mi akpo mi anobi Adebayo ohoboloshi le Ghana amoro George Wiyao okochao Nigeria actresses over Ghana le sketch over no na Ghana vu because of over ejo na ifiro fia le mi ade Nigeria ano generator bon concept kwa dum so is there's a dum so galo everywhere but not her for ya but in order to restore the facility in full and reaffirm Ghana's standing as a credible and reliable partner on a global stage so amanya Ghana do ma onabo aya na ma wona na gbebe me ya dakpa ke ma me gabu no alaba akpeda ma unto demona ba na no bi won kona dakpa aya gomia no nyeba nya tefe alaba na do ba MPP to ile finance ji ye wa wole energy ya magbo ya ba review o ya ba expose ba unto de ta na Abuja na pobo hefa mi afo ato case force na bo hefa na o tenya bo hin ya tefa ke is a very good thing so sika cross Ghana wachi mi akata mi na projijo
Papa na mi lankranga nkai weba MPP government amatenchi afo ya olanchi yo odwi darani olebo abatik John Mahama aforeka ko atenchi afama interest ahadaji abale nyajojo agblena nkai bona bo MPP mate hiu wo fa gama mi po ga to covid ma odoga o like ga cho ilevi ko tomoma mi levia ro dare mi aji mi over time tax ngi madogolo adare ngokro toji nkana gba yewe ba MPP ga mo mate fa ho wa palava chena ma NDC ba kham even though nyagba ba NDC ha du fa re dara MPP ha ba kha
na amatano ajaji efonyi yo du fa gbogbo at least for ya aya 1.470 is part of the payment mafia be kata duma for na there's another accumulated debt na amayerte ba Africa here ka fia ba mera is a simple class 1 calculation but fia ba mera is either incompetence or negligence like odopo umote wobodo apodudu wima no daro na no imote wo oga ya du fokwe alaba okon no okọ agbicha no oko for 3 no oko sabana for the chine manya de cha ofo ya for patata economy la governmental sector sugbon ta o manya loko ya poju anyu ye na yo du fo gbogbo mo yo alo negligence alo wa daro doro mata wodo edo manya wo ye halemo corruption halemo no ko Ghana mo be na won ya na ba won bubu no be na kufi na ba wa divert ga money laundry to olemo ga wa komita no ma wa samita mu katakata lemo mo we be na MPP first one is incompetency
okay
dokun ama dokun second negligence ama mrebe doji third corruption money laundry to no ko ga no be na hafa na divert obona ha St. Paul's School obo jobaga nya tariff nya mahio akoga kobe be ho share bank be ano video onye mi anto the daily ajaji ko mi kan kuna headmaster meten araga gbogbo bila pile me gbara ka afi nya ga nya ne be no onya bo ya jola janje oduna for that close so I make government ungovernable for the coming or preceding government to come ta makata lemo ta ba MPP nya now your position wa we ya ta nyima jam no repeat it's part of arrogance and pride yonyi mi waya mi boya waya mi waya ngogbe amale ngogbe dare kamanya ni vona enya nyula fa munyula nka pon tano be nyewa sa amoroto na kopi ye na odu fo gbogbo adeja o ba yan afi onye gbagbraja ndu dafi le oboju popolo nya hu
fika na bo didudu ya kpogal because you gbona ba power o gbona mi ba na do ple baomia pa ple kenana euphoria taika chigbafia amanya ipa fit hareko o fanya jukoya yes rating agencies of we have a junk bodido economy ele miashi fika indices dunya glo ha won gbonya ba nana do mo produce you capitalize on rating agencies sa ofo nyawo jiglo ba Ghana for economy kana na kufado produce azu bodido for economy nana kama galo jukwa photo jukwa fakwa munyere kama galo jukwa ya mo fika na bo wa kpo gale kokoko wokaka for the kai yotenchi hegaya
akwa jukwa pare dokola ba ho devi ho gbo bi bana no gbo no dona no of ga hani every month ye devi alagwa akona piota no bi sana na sa piota kona gavana pom ga jon devi anto do ho afie for her gan esegoma numo lema doko another example ne le apora ye ukọ as a caretaker yo jona electricity bill no na bi her every month to jona ga no gavana 30,000 series so jona ga 31 series vamo be hena fa aduna ga doko ga no kwa be duga doko ga no kwa be duga 6 months va you be debt I parage you vana enyam over dojo be gadu you are full of deficit for lejosa for therefore you are dojo ba kon buva ya mabu abu ya won ya so no ko ga ne kwa e bi hana fa no ko hana fa afia ba ya agbona doga bazen ta no bo fi ko pona ga tax ha milari o ga pon la tax mu gede sike revenue me revenue mo ko ga pola ba they are directed the money to appropriate channel that is all na ga va kwa ko ga afia ko ga roya waya laka hajoga honya ba gata o won kwa afia won de shala tebitem fa no ho va arrogant va garo movo corruption va garo movo ba they have been engulfed and embodied by corruption over go ga homo suba pa no ko ga 10 million kwa pia me achura akpavo me 5 year me ko 5 na ko de go tokuma ye va na debt ta no government gbela jajiko gbel less corrupt shikede awodo le committed ba ya odo no ju akwa awun de sha no ko ga ne kwa god fearing no ko ga ne kwa ko ga no na samkusha ko ga ni me ya ko ga ngaju aba chugaju ta nma ko mo in the revenue akpomele ajuaba GDP kata akpomele all the sectors are she can allocate no ko no hafa NDC they are doing a due diligence work. They are on the top of their issues and they are actually supplying the money to the appropriate channel. That's all. From our gakpon mama ebe over do ga leka awo gaya lejo amo shikami nyanya ka abongo do ne kwa okonyi ngodo tepo adido tepo yin kwa afia ba unda shara aje fiata aje gato.
Okay. Wanami len kuda nanamfa nyanga fi John Mahama ha na Joshiji le 2016 na gainonyi kenenye energy sector for debt from 1992 na China jojo kala famodo quoting by 2.4 billion US dollar amado by 2.2 billion US dollar me in top of onyi daddy ado 2092 back pay into top jo me ko gaba khafia alo believe ho ya obo kana na do ha yo product ben pipi no ho do ha dama ama ada pato
fuma ogwana ma ye ha iba mistake we ba ya you know your position you know the ajare to do oglomi go 20 system ta ye o va gbofia obo is only the fool that doesn't learn from others mistake kafla movie to mo strong le amububu mistake mo ta vodadamu aya yo o da ajele tena amu yo gawala mi anu no view gawala jaja oh an oversight over no roku o gawa the same thing o wadi is no do yeba aya mahama ha fi almost 400 and 100 something billion US billionaire no do MPP ado te show half or quarter of it na gamaga subalako aseguma no government is a continuous process na me awovira o vo mo wa wona ko ayo ya du aba ya anya be dogo na ma boy ya ba wo ya ta ba ha de lon e yo ba ha fia adamaji ne aga ba jochua akpo ga hola ma adogolama provide the bon here table adogolama am ya gbona next 4 years to come ya gbona he will not be burdensome as Mahama is being undergoing this kind of burden or a problem now if ever at the kuverage tag no na ma da no hunregia anya yayara ni fa na Mahama hunre MPG fia anya fipo de na ala ba am sha me ado versus seno no via ma bo versus sanoji ta government omega poto sugba pa no pojumo view no du viro kwa no ko 100% na nga 20 a ko 80 na mu wo jina bia nga 80% akọ 20 na mu ye ba cost na ta na government MP do help for do show community do do ba do he show in a very grand star like Mahama ofia na me ka ba nya nya afona Mahama afia ta islada will not continue because the successive government omega feel so bad in governing the
on the 21st of June 2019 it's all about the energy sector debt here. At that time His Excellency John Nana Dankwa Akufo-Addo Leko of media encounter da unamia segomba Africa John Mahama Dudani energy sector is about 5 billion in Africa odu daranya labor then Adam Mutawakilu in America fun hadi global nyaka jupola kokwa Akufo-Addo blood then in 2019 a blajumovio projumovio tramway eba Africa John Mahama Dudaranya Fidole 2017 is 2.2 billion US dollar in Africa not 5 billion baleka Nanado blade them the 2019 on the 21st of June 2019 that with a huge amount over into Dudaria Fidio Pro is there any difference?
There's a difference, there's a vast difference. 5, if you not getting 5 billion now compared to 1 billion, okay. Ya go do afford over have it over have it but na kwa mota akili ya global amere ya mama ya 2
Mutawakilu but then the 21st of June
2.2
Waba Nanado then Jukura then Ogloba John Mahama Afio-Addo do for the Jofa Fakbaji that and Kenya 5 billion. Mutawakilu Vado Global it will many 5 billion couple 2.2 billion you even a John Mahama and over if Gamaha Kenya 1.470 billion Maham and he said Talavia she will be applauding him because he had to fight and going to be bad luck over claim Mava Mutakili Banya 2 billion, 5 billion, Adufa, a Jabba Dufa, is categorical Dufa, a judge now I said the Father Muhammad Dufa, a Magahaba Abraham Dufa. Vanemi Aqua, Mahama Yabi Dufa, no the 1.5 billion or 2.2 billion, Aquato 7 billion, a show commitment. For a year, just a year. Negate another this year, negate a gamba dairy. Wamaroko, okay, he play if interest I can commitment.
I should commit Negahika, a cover, and I will do for you one Ngavai. Ye Gavai was second tenor, ya clear. Va Akufo-Addo Rajaji 2 times, first and second time, I heard a coup over politics over Amadu for. Time of cover, Magahaba no Yagmo, I should come, if you do that here. Alaba for do asopro ngbedo asopro for yen anya be du for la ejukwachi majibo ejukọ mo vi obo person register over ya natan ya kaka jeton first year second year third year na kwo ebo for enchiko ta is reset their itamo Ghana for now for this first year though it's inauguration ceremony Ghana is in the right direction no what continue about Akufo-Addo have first year Ghana va là-bas USA nous le share le tebiton fire Akpọjanu ogaba ga second ya kaka second ested wa didi joga wa dere joga ja ga didi ka third year second half year te ko wa gbana Akufo-Addo kaka ba yita your first year is still in the state of honeymoon inauguration ceremony ta alaba gan yo na me bo loko ko fu don to humiliate NPP o to buja yin gan wo ta galejo ko wata mi applaud bon yo ta mi do gbara na continue maga ba chipoju alabo ne mo ko na no ba yi second year third election time o ba no gaji na election kwa won kata ba totona na waiji aya mokpo a show committee na tell ya jeton aya he will pay and pay in excess. He will clear the debt and then pay in excess. They not continue unyu wala kwa open a chabotani na tell he or he na jeton kwa ka energy sector will be what debt free plus wa fananyano.
Remia global kana na do no jiji for 8 good years mete ko rekuna ba ya he afuar kala ganwa.
Na kavra do hiya na kasi is a thing of record no do hiya na wo we adu gwa gbona mo yo hi asegun we adu gwa gbona mo yo afi amasha to priority akufa do afi ya o ye ba priority la ye nyamanya ye nka ye akọ jukwa ba ga ko ebi wo free SHS ye wo Ghana card ye wo nanu kan do ma afi ya David ba garuma ta ya mo kpo card ba nya ala mo se bo you add megawatt no do mo hafa manyaba ayova dunso madogo agbugla ko dogo 2026 afia ba ya show commitment e hafara shika ebo communicate aba na me anyaba afia ka
NDC to you solve dunso afi jole 2016
but it was inconspicuous isi mi mazami moko akufado beta mo bazeleta mi akọ na akufado anya onyoglo mi akọ akufado ba solve because atagbo you solve ba mayiba gama you yiba gama chikru ya akufado ba you total. For that you should create. Yeah, government is continuous process. Amarate be bid na gare. Ajula pa amubu abazaga. Amarate no no shike oyo gelaja ja transitional government abawe. Ta I cannot say it's not true or it's true.
Go for Chief Imam Musa. Take the message down to 055-527-0062. Asan, good evening.
Yeah, good evening.
Happy New Year. Please, we are starting with the second topic. I believe your communicator should brief you that this time we don't want late night. I don't know whether they brief you or not, but I won't discuss that. When I close, I'll brief you myself. So you are starting with the second topic, that is the energy sector debt clear. Thank you.
Don't worry. Ma dugbana nyafa toji no lokata moza mo kokwa dugbana nyafa mama fia apoto Nicholas Kobla Wakalachi mazama kokwa dugbana nyafa South Akpakpo Manola Mama Abla Jifa Gomashi magazama kokwa ha dugbana nyafa Deputy Commissioner High Commissioner to Togo Honorable Bright Solo Kumoji madogbana okata madogbana miama NDC party manola okata madogbana strike enforcement best okata akpa the energy sector for affair kami khanchia.
Yes, just 1 year ago.
Majiba ma our correction adafina.
All right.
Magadaf manyeba majiba manana Imam Nasagoma ba MPP must solve doom so. And even Minister of Finance Yakado Vujuklof in touch a channel like Podomia Maponya Fika or Hadwa a confirm the parliament. But NDC solve doom so. And in solving doom so you never heard. So MPP matter doom so solve Gavoga but NDC solve it bluff for the neighbor never. So it's inconsistent. Down you Sagoma also of doom so I feel d'accord and lights became stable before election. Upon the Kali narrowly came Manogoma Samoa. About these days, so Garamojo, Navana, Ajuava. Those are technical hitches.
Hey, when did it tend to be a PRO for ECG? Or is it because you're in government?
No. What is happening? No. What is happening currently is what I'm talking about. These are technical hitches. And they are bound to happen when.
Wow.
Oh, no.
It's good to be in government. Too.
No. You have to understand this.
Why at that time?
Load sharing, but load sharing. If you are sharing load, is what we have been calling doom so.
Okay.
But if you have technical hitches like this, it is never doom so.
Let me technical hitches cow na pijo
Yes, yeah, global body. Garamo ananya transmission challenges. 1. Garamo ananya 40 equipment. 2. Those are technical hinges.
Technical.
Garamo neba transmission power ma flow that room a catchga intermittent. Na machine ya karola a ho power. Afia duida matam power ho more ka adwa ga no chichim. So manya doom so they are different from doom so. Okay. Yet I never problem malva ECG o na onya ba o train amu that ECG kraba no problem over within 30 minutes and about discover problem and solve it.
Okay.
And there is that training for them. Tanoma one more that is their fault. Manya doom so no ECG to mo open door mo.
I John la who told your demonstration there.
Yeah, global no ba ECG to for negligence. Elevo na doom so ba ajua I mean power the malio. Now we have power in excess.
Okay.
Margo nyago masema. Me have power nyatem are relied for the next 3 months.
Okay.
Ta ECG mata bloga na nyuja ba ajoi mali we nya problem wo over negligence one global ba reports na minya from energy commission ministry of energy ba o train na mo daddy but na problem over in the shortest period what discover problem what solve it. So nanya ba o train na more daddy a problem more jojo mo must solve more. It means that the problem is coming from them, and that is why this particular government you don't even some parts of ECG ala mia privatize it. Ala American letter for ko ba jiru for do pe hota. They don't care. Man on podem ngare na jochile those days. Manya ya kami fi mi ba ECG to mi ba daure over for you. Those days na jochile let's say Agbozuma. For area from Tokon to Agbozuma click on na jochile from after 7 o'clock I to go to the next day.
Okay.
They don't care. Ala ba amagana kama la fuma blogger no ba shijune you. When I jochile Aflao 11 in the night, they will try to find the problem. That was how they were working because nobody cared about them. So they also did not care about anybody. Until recently, come over in Malaka, na jochile nyama side ma soma click side ma exactly. If you call them, they try to resolve it because they realize that na yoma will they'll be coming to radio. That their open negligence. It's not that the energy is not there. We have enough, and then it can serve us for a very long time.
Okay.
That dooms of Nyama corrective. It was solved and it was confirmed by Ken Oforiatta in Parliament, but it has been solved before they came. So unless he is not aware, he can go and ask for the parliamentary Hansard and look at it and see Ken Oforiatta's own words. Yen topo ngmegbe manye nye blomu. That Imam Maga Global wala ya manye MPP government Ken Oforiatta nfon the MPP government mchi. That ye gboglomba Mahama where ya matafia no ga global Mahama wo. Now two, when you come to Maga Global ba aga gboglomba nan oko 9 atanye ba oko 9 Ministry of Energy, Ministry of Finance, Wako knife, Agloba, how do I call it? It is also not true. And I'm saying,
take notes. Imagine I know interject. Then I'll give you the mic. Yeah, please move on.
Yeah, what I'm saying is that Agloba atanye ba oko knife. And we man you mama clear but Maraka knife gala case yamo. Even the former Minister of Finance, but he never take over from your brother. He can Ken Oforiatta. He have confirmed, but it's not a novelty. It's not a novelty, which is clear, but because it's not a novelty, me way. Yet I novelty. So that's one to I want to make it clear to my colleague here, but. And we have paid more than what is on the paper at the energy sector. We have for more than what is on the paper. We not join but for you confirm more than other balance. But I can assure him that we have made payments of over $2 billion. It's just that the rest are yet to be confirmed, and when they are done confirming them, they also come out. That global Domahin Woko Naiva, there is nothing like that. Even the MPP. Former Minister of Finance, confirmed by me we got a novelty you. It tells you but me have now also in that regard, Majama Global, it is worth noting but that 2 billion when you global $2 billion when you global by yenya for no nyafi Mahama Jojoma manya Mahama the cover bill
since 1992.
Yes,
I made that.
Yes, that is from you. Yeah. But when the explanations were coming out
from
Mahama Edu Mako Daddy.
Okay.
So
explanation from who? Explanation from who?
Oh, but my co-panelist made.
So you make reference to him.
Yes, that is what I'm talking about.
Okay.
Mahama Edu. No. That is the depth from time immemorial to his time. Now, ayaka mi gava for half year is from then to Nanado's time to this time. Now, when your problem you can let me. That is why we have decided to pay more than almost or close to half of the loan that we are having. Our debt is about 3.5 approximately billion US dollars in the energy sector. So if you are able to pay about 1.4 billion out of it, it is telling you that Ghana knowing for so many years we are able to pay almost 50% of it in just the first year. That is something that is commendable. That is something that is unprecedented. And our major poll, Mark can have 50% of debt in the first year poll, and we are still the first government in so many years. With the problem that we had at the energy sector, the reforms that we have instituted, energy sector. Imagine, but car power to ever jukoya mo will cover Ghana $3 million US. $3 million US, and after that, Ogava movie. Cho tack ready to what's the name? Kumasi. So na the simple answer is discipline, because we know what to use the money for, and we are using the money for exactly that purpose. Na you know, based on Fikemi Gapomla, we got money from GOG, Government of Ghana, we got money from ECG, and we also got money from ESLA. ESLA yakako President Mahama Institute's daddy, afi MPP Tova deplete here. It is the same ESLA that we are using to pay these loans that we are having now. So it is. Yes.
ESLA mi global MPP Tova.
They depleted it, and now we are getting money out of ESLA. You know, it's a recurring account. Okay. So a Gainama always. What they were doing is that government there gadam me that government accounts are nom our it is what we were talking about. A government account nom now we have been able to stabilize ESLA, and we are now using ESLA and parts of GOG money and that of ECG to pay off these loans. But during their time, ECG they make losses, lots of losses, and now we are making gains. So from all those sides, mommy got pom like all a fair hermenia.
As I explain them.
Yeah.
I mean opposition.
Yes.
Me global bevitor your senior communicator Edwin.
Yes.
I'm a maso.
Yes.
On this network I'd gonna me ban ESLA me ban. Garekama ga lema crow on record.
Yes.
Garekama ga lema crow ta me ban cry enye pluika. To Mama don't need them, but your cost service energy sector for levy.
Yeah.
Let go banana never on a man of the government member o deplete o zen kong causing yoga bad and must naslama safmagmati bad the manamia.
Very good. A markula very simple.
Okay.
O deplete as we have as a woman. Minko Blomole, Ojibe or Glob, and young Yaka, senior man of Blono Dena, Yakuya Bloma Galano, a Gacarolan of Ma Ocono, energy sector for a full herma, O Gadam la Caviama, that a Garacamachi, Caviama Fia Oza, Aqua Fair or Lavoa Clio.
Okay.
Tablomula Ogban Cavia, Ogban Cavia is a term to show by Elniana la Caviama, Oloe Catalama.
Okay.
Tamanya rubo glomba like literally ogben akami glomba leba enyi arula no ma enwa olo ekatalama tama lifiana doyola bo wa wi akami kananya esla
mi va
yes
mi ga throw the parliament nyanya ba MEP parliament ko cross aruno na ngonchi as I know mi the parliament by the cross mother jeshide chuchu mauda Buboko is so tago bogada shidaji you gazu sebe na gava the guy chofia kwa darama wajena explain them yafanya sala
kwa winka kwenye linya bari esla winka kwenye ba simply put energy sector levies act imiona ba esla tamika kwenye ba anytime ko oza energy ala ba amount arena dogola energy ya oza ma aire kavimam so winka tawri darenya ba nanya ba gava Wakono you can never energy sector or hemi. Now we can be blova by yenya we can yato over yenya a gamma can have my vama, Mwashirama gamba, what the who achi, or qua her fake collab, or qua call a hell. Kabunga gamma vaco, would decoy won't offer to me. You but a gamma van in nom, then yacordo. Already the act is there.
Okay, if you are the gade, ata permit. But what did the gamma con bubuada do purpose for deputy energy or queen of me?
Very good. Upon the Kali in politics, another league, Amo Ozana, in terms of emergency, you can fall on any other source of funding. Ye nasa ako a solve problem ade like a wadama. Then Minister of Finance a yive glonami we are having an emergency at this side. So a nyaba gayalia ejibe akwela fia ave kwa hafa yala. It is allowed.
But there must be a bill that will pass to show but this is an emergency something. Okay. Emergency cross here la fia boma gaza gafona noa. What the cross man is that not correct?
Yeah, you blame everybody. So when you road there, they just bend it.
Oh, no bend it.
If you ever go for mama, zanga call elabe emergency.
Banana cocodola too. So what I got my sign.
Always.
Can me ratify and then for bending
and that is what I'm saying. That the moment it has been done, it is automatically ratified. Elabe na niko nyewe emergency te never quit for emergency mava ivokwa. Elabe le akeselecha wakatroga no nama until you come back for an emergency again. The law goes back to how it's supposed to be.
So there is no change of law, there's no change of clause in that area parliament because nganya emergency even though myself what pass bill at the sort of emergency do you way. If you had the cross marabo, you know the dynamic, you know the how do you sort of MPP toy sort of about the cross adam. Afi the gamma bali miglena.
Yeah, bloma labadi. Yeah, bloma. Anytime you can gamma de kwala banai. Ta ofliet tegere esadem. Ana mobana tema kashi e gamma. En we agoma sema. Aka wi na la winya ba no tefliet dem na washika gamma. Ma fi ba echichi gana na ma. No gafu mama fo nkonya o tefliet dem ba washina temaki. Na gafu ma ba yivo. Na ga hia na la ba na ka tro ga ba obo aka. Ela ba ma chichi gana na ma. Ela ba na ka tro va aka.
Kafli ya utere mare nanya bo ozanga bo magatia na onya bo yoze bo agbo aga chuchu fliara
yeah bloma no ba la politics mari
manya la politics
what we are talking about is
in terms of law.
Yeah, this is purely politics,
but it's law.
On the law mari in the law mari there is politics in law. And there is one thing that we all love as politicians: when there is a loophole. That loophole you can love in terms of emergency, this can happen. So we are just relying on that loophole. But as no matter what is happening now, you never emergency vacua. We are relying on the loophole. Yet there will have an emergency vacua. You have a global emergency. But what we are doing now is to stabilize the system.
Okay.
So what we are thinking of now is to put in more measures. Very easy, but what access a guy out. By in terms of emergency, Magano very easy in the so that a guy or sustaining I use it for its main purpose.
Tafuma ko mi the 1.470 billion la
make a temi pola fuma gloma la mi pogala fuma
na fika ha
mi pogala esla mi pogala ECG mi pogala even government of Ghana other sources of funding kokweren
la kam yo afi pogama o economy anya junk economy barido economy
yes
let me off you
barido economy random me
no maba mi globe
that was how it was
so
but we are changing it now mako football field you know there was a time Barcelona football room and one room 2-0 everybody thought that Barcelona became hopeless in 48 minutes I introduced Messi into the game. Now, the rest of the time, you can Messi war, which is just 42 minutes. They equalize those goals and win that match.
Okay.
That, for the fact that the economy was a junk economy, does not mean we are coming to run a junk economy. The problem is that those who are at the helm of affairs, they don't know how to run the economy. So the person who is in now knows what he's doing. But the only thing you call about discipline. Okay. We know where to use money and when to use money, and that is why we are safe. We are not using money anyhow.
Okay.
We know where to put the money so that we can get returns, and we know when to put the money there and we can get our returns.
Okay. So from 1992 to 2016,
yes,
December, Komiajola Jijia, energy sector levy no 2.2 billion. Now, Nanado va MPP va, Nyamanyabo Hare Kanchu, Aleba Mr. Teacher 500 billion or something like that. So to stand to be corrected. Miva va 1.470 billion. Many young to me for your mini daddy cockburn 1992 to come back here.
Ow. A poor na join but I'm one of President Mahama Blufford, President Mahama Blufford. You know, we have been using thermal energy. You can rely on the petrol gas current and your system. That ever of there, and we also use hydro. That ever of here, and you are just achieve no food them name. Don't you achieve no food them name that pressure value miaji about to coin. So we have to bring in IPPs. I'm a more you can have anami a Joe. You can miasa. You can make plumber over. Upo vava ble wana moka town installation prototype and your fire Ghana to Corolla abe. Many week MPP talk of Blagana tova yigla my yuma. Alaba away majim and wala senior. More grown but never mava or donea. Bama chunya for mava away ruga haganum. You never want yanam talama rugama. The elamokatama you will miva no bedding similar a fenyaoma. And you never a gahamanya rula miashira my yota. You know, would jabber a first border, young chef Niejo. I can to tell you the gospel factor. As at the time you can Niejo, Joe Mamiga discover 2 oil fields. Afijo, you can people sit on fully. So we were expecting, but by the time over, you never me call process of it, all they have to do is to pay off those loans and make the system better. But rather, a community institute crab me a cushion system akra ogaba malong gako unto for nyamanyana yo kono for him no lakoni ha coordinators ukle totio nyamanya. What they use it for only God knows. That manya miao for me daddy ba kabo hunju ko fa na lanwa you can me ko ehia ba miaki gama bel betaju konkuma Ghana na nyete fake amagere na ba bia $1 yenye for you khami vele. Now you should know that one of the international companies that we have in Ghana is from Nigeria, and those people are also very happy with a fair you problem having clear MPP government for Ghana fukaka can deceive afia o fair na you.
All right.
And they are very happy.
Thank you so much, Hassan. Right, I find it though, right?
That's it.
Thank you, my
Correct.
brother. Honorable Salvation. Good afternoon.
Good afternoon, for Coach.
Happy New Year.
Yeah, many happy returns for Coach.
All right. You also start with the second topic because Chimegbe.
Yes.
I never communicate to all about work, but now a chia pro. So the more temper, justice with mercy on your that is the rule and regulation I put before them. But we cannot start the year on that bad note. As time goes on, you adjust yourself and then we'll do it, and we'll do it for Mother Ghana. So with your punishment, are you starting with the second topic?
All right,
you have 20 minutes to do that.
All right, thank you, Coach. There's no problem with that. Alabama, come on, go ahead, do taflache. You never do come to sukwa kweata. Alabama dana no the aloji. Kana na dapo gomojeje.
That's right.
Manya duly bemala program ndokuchuya. But as other duty courser, you will burn your mawu no. Let me honor some coach programmer. Ta madu ta flachi na toro lauba machimaba. But the first program you call me love for Yama, and I happened to appear on a program for the first time in 2026. Yo Joala Modota Flache. A lot of amendments will happen. Alaba ma ado for Banatoro law hato hida. Ba mauga plomiga da apoyema. Alaba miebia la masa, na mauna mi la masa kwa. Nda shada miejia miatencha we play pa amatako pota. Tamodo bananya party motoka ta chilenyi habobo amato. Party executive sokata, police executive sao, blamia for electoral coordinators sokata modo banao. Nya Voliava Vin Bright Agboada. Honorable Modoba Tohiron Dokuchuya. Alaba Kush again, Mado Bananya Tonya Father Lonwa. Tobo Kondo Jeklo. le kɔƒe dzi ɖa etoɖom medo gbe nɛ kple nye madam nɔvi aloe kple nye brother aƒedo dzeklo kple fonyo katã medo gbe na wo yo akpe mekana dzi be topic ya ne da ɖi nye be miese enya nyuie nyitsɔ alabe nye Ghana dukɔ mia katã mie lea nu ɖeka ɖeke ne dzɔ alabe ema enye wi ke ne le afɔ nyuie dzia alabe mia katã mia xɔe adem hafi ne nya ɖe gale mia si hã mia gblẽ ku ɖe ŋtsi enso magblɔ be miese nya nyuie nyitsɔ be nenema miaƒe dziɖuɖu le sia dzi fia nye NDC government woxe ega ɖe yi ke ku ɖe miaƒe edzozaza ƒe fe yiwo ne le Ghana dukɔa ŋtsi woxe eɖe le ŋtsi wokpɔtɔ eɖe alebe yi mege ɖe studio menɔ nye brother Hassan ƒe ŋkɔse medo gbe tɔxɛ nɛ happy new year no wezɔ power gege ne le ame na o mekana dzi be power vivi no sugbɔ enyo Hassan na mi nɔ gɔme sem be ebie question aɖe yi ke mekana dzi be edui na mama sɔ enɔ gblɔm always be esla miawo MPP tɔ mi kaki mi gbɛ nareke megali krɔ mega exist o gake surprise la miaƒe commune wo be ne mawu be yaɖe eƒe ŋtsi alo eƒe dzɔgbenyui afia ame aɖewo yi ke no ɖu fe le nu va yi wo ke ko gazana kɔ de na eƒe ŋtsi dzɔgbenyuiwo fiana ta ƒome ya me Hassan tso yi ke wo ɖu fe va yi be mi MPP tɔwo mi gblẽ miaƒe eslam mi ava yia egba Hassan mi nya be ga yo xea yo kpɔ ɖe tso eslam ƒe account me alebe ne nɔ nya ya bia me ebe nya me nya gbekui nyagbeko nye yo gblɔ nye politics eta nyagbeko nye yo gblɔ le to lo na se Hassan yo be to anya teƒea wa se gɔme ne mi be eblemi alo gblɔ nya ke me le teƒo but in any case mi Ghana tɔ katã mi nya be nane ke woɖo anyi ke se ku ɖe ŋtsia hafi ma na gblẽ kura gbã esese ge vie eye hafi wa de ga le esla ƒe account me le MPP ƒe game hã mekana dzi be sekple ɖoɖowo nɔ anyi zɔna ɖe ne menye nenema wa NDC de in opposition a mekana dzi be miasem geɖewo yi ke atsitre ɖe numawo ŋtsi yeta ne bie be yewo va ɖe miwo be wogbã ɖe ese ka ŋtsi wotrɔ asi le via yewoe be egaga trɔ va le account me fi be yewo do asi ɖa gbɔ kɔkɔ xe fe ya and eƒudu is politics me blame o eƒudu to ŋtsi ʋudzo but kush enyo be efe yiwo mieɖu le energy sector mekata mienya be private suppliers we supply nana mi miaƒe power alebe mi drane na ECG drana na mi ega mi tsu na ECG a ye mi kpɔ ne akɔkɔ xe ega mawo ameawo ale mi nya be le woƒe gɔmedzedze ho va yi koa efewo nɔ miaƒe power supply mi no supply na power ne miaƒe fewo nɔ mia ŋtsi and that is where government geɖe nɔ anyi le zia dzi kpoa geɖe wɔƒe tete xe gama me ɖe koko hafi woxɔ dzo le power ye ta me gblɔ be enya nyui o nye va tso mi elabe governance is a continuous process eyi efe nɔ anyi tsa 2.5 billion or so yi ke NDC government as at the time yi ke wonɔ dzodzom le zia dzi menye be wo koe ɖui da ɖi o lo enɔ anyi wo hafi wo hã va ɖe kpe ɖe ŋtsi wonɔ dzodzom and eyi miwo hã mieva miwo hã mieɖu ɖewo kɔ kpe ɖe ŋtsi okay and so along the line 2014 menye be miexe 1 something billion le gama me ɖe me 2024 miexe ga ɖe le gama me yi ke nye enye dzi debt yi ke le mia ŋtsi kake yi miexia ɖoko me de dziƒo ne miaƒe supply so
2024
yes
so for 8 years you weren't paying the money you gonna jog a power fee you back here
wakush
yeah
makana jiba question ya na biama mado blon
okay
but for the same 8 years is the same government in the power yes and so on the factual ground apoya mamie garofia heleba na no mia fact checking so bota the fact is that 2024 MPP government we have 1.2 or so 1.4 billion
emi jojoga
le gama manchi
emi jojo
well mi ma intend be mi ajo le sejo then mi apo du komo to dakoa be he mi wa anyu any sit on over
men come here
I think around July August there about
okay
ye mi he gama
ship wa bona
well kush chiplo wo nya it is not a new thing under our regime, the latter part of our governance. Okay. And so no maela
opposition is good though. I'm feeling it, yeah.
Oh well, so kush. So ayolo ne ma. a garden a gamanchi.
That's right.
Alaba me kata me nyaba late 2024 ma alo somewhere 2020 kana covid va wono agbogbodo wono sesema me seba me for IPP toyo na supply na me o they raise a lot of alarm to the stem sometimes over they threaten the state but gayo na lajiru dwanchi manya MPP akwedu dadio before over power ogbosom and so they need about is it 50% or something but no pay na you and so we struggle. Okay, you may love. Sometimes we rather but me on our engagement now. We have been having a meeting with them because at that time there was no more enough revenue. Okay, so we were putting them together. And 2024 now me back there me here now. And so it is prudent, but the NDC me va femme. Okay, you can me start na nu gadiao. You over you pogade. Having the picture and awareness from Amonema supply enemy, but maybe a gaga bonson. Nanya ba umakede kana yuwa, cause the energy sector will suffer again. And so, listening to all these concerns, so NDC feel but you are here is it 1.4 billion le gamma mea. Makana jiba ale MBP how win 2024. NDC how we fear. We are all building the country. And that is why let me look at the other sectors so previous governments so nwani or acclude debt ado ko daddy when you shift the attention small to the health aspect me don kuji me na health insurance aspect before me have power we need to clear about 1.2 billion as a debt. You cannot no health insurance in Chibai at that time 2017 health insurance not threatening but you must provide services na hospital sao. Okay, and so New York atana John Fear as a Ghanaian as a communicator doba I mean MPP I know but not jolly shishalaka burning kush plan michi and so the government are based on the revenue ko come yele na jidudua to me up tax paying no more to me up other means of revenue ka afanya doname nyaba esla oba mi gbandere gagale mo yoba po and other fancy ko za ko 1.4 billion yeah. It is good enough. Okay, though it's just a percentage of that. We hope and pray, but the more as we are paying the bill, okay, to the ECG, alaba government have nano eco because in the manifesto they say they will keep the lights 24/7 for us. Okay, and so no ogbonyamanemi you heard fear. It shouldn't be much news like that. But to who does something good must also come to the public space. And so you did the public space. That is why the former minister Adam Amin Van Namyenyaba even the MPP time you heard gade have you honky. Okay, but it's just like the government machinery so they communicate this to the public. Ike Weber Mashama Siba Jiruda Hergana energy debt. Okay, so Kush Makanajiba this topic nyama fia no ga fia agbo suzuka tayo ha Ghana me wodo ho ne magbo nyama ka yibe toro la gade agbo ma oli salvation am ke fu deni benya ba afon le Ghana du konchi ye jirudu river okay yika jirudu gade o khani makanji ba fu ene no anyi ba ya the previous NDC government have a year o ho do hagalanchi na Kufuor government o do hagalanchi so far as we are going in for a lot of things on creditor debt Ghana anyi no. But the problem we have as a country about the payment of those debts. Okay, in as much as we must continue to make a commitment. But a doa mia we plus super the producers can feel safe, but they can produce more to us. So Kush, the 20 minutes given to me, that I plan to tackle the first topic. I come over late. That your discretion is you are limiting that the second topic left. Yeah, so. To conclude that
discretion, that's the rules of
the game. Okay, sorry. Rules of the game. That's already okay. Thank you so much. So, lokomia atrashile babaka banchi. Ta makarajiba is a good news. Na Ghana talkata.
So let's see. Miak block work for a kako. We take for that chunk of money. Kamamanya gavimo. It's not small money. We take her just within 1 year. More raised than Abra and Abia Coach the Grober, like John Mahama. I took herself forcing. jagba wa fi o te ga just within 1 year, but me for 8 years where me here about your 1 year subo me at or something like that. So man won kuna wa dere ko fi ko pogala le ko we
no coach
as a Ghanaian
nyama te man ku ogana mo in a sense, but let me compare the NDC first year equal of year okay play MPP first year in 2017 now. Even me look at the expenses the government vis-a-vis the policy implementation the government over total local with them number in the first year of MPP government the government attention okay was fully on the free SHS and so huge chunk of money moved to that direction in that first year. It is the same first year you may introduce back the payment of teacher training allowance and so I feel the priority of the government at the time coming by in the 2027 I take much of Miapo expenses. Okay, now when you look at the NDC first year in office, they have flashy policies in their manifesto. Okay, but they are yet to start one of the bigger flashy policy economy. Okay, Asiadogba for Atamka for Dona Jukwa Gado Gaganto NDC to for Anyaji Balamanemi la afuya made them above him. Kaka nyama kana jifia ba nemye dogora mreshere gbofia la moto ba no dejeshi anva yikachi NDC tro chitrero ba na yova yo na jumoto ye sokyo dakono yikana nya 24 economy plus women's bank plus tomawa do ba o release fund and no remember last budget women's bank I think 51.3 million Ghana cedis you allocate na that particular year na po I think 24 so I think 210 or 200 something million Ghana cedis you release no over you allocate no by kaka you pon chila dodo le mia po du kwa mafia mi mo po film
engi gba malenge ba hoya wo kha le ajofo pakpaji le fora kamako be hoya nyomi kha le ajofo pakpaji le fo amanyi panwu abiaro ke ba lake NDC government awe fi poga gbogoma kha ajofo makple fa kharajia akikle interest prefer kharajia abiaro ke ba fi poga la ko ma
yes coach apabode fi poga la ko nu ma NDC communicator na mi nyaba Eslaya yo dala pana jaba
you side with him
obo yo dala pa mi ka ke fi gale Islam e fi MPP to gble gale Islam ka gadadi over po okay according to nyaya go le kene ya te wetrolo a e fi Eslaya obo mi gba e fi gale mo mi gble gade mo gagale mo gogogo
okay
ta yo fa yo kweji gade pi kokko but government you prefer kene ma amunchu du fodo kle to wa amo gadoli ke maybe what tinchi ato you matter priority kana le na lifia kle meeting ko yimo le kle producers mawa and you form that decision and I think but it is not a wrong decision you take okay ta nyama ajiba yes it is true but you me for years akush one thing me don't put me for years more ko year the records are there but I can't quote the percentage reduction for you now but me didi me for electricity tariff plus toji okay me didi no more jivayi la you make me vatetima kaka I'll get to the percentage am ko come you know na ma aganu anyi odu fondari akuforo government me ba call over call pe kaka magbe fe ba ta me ka for 2024 okay do me ga heal gomojeje mo hawa me make effort hefade me mo no anyi ko jole shagina na mo me hi ta yo hova via fi kana afodudu kletole ple nyai ke glama ko chi jiru du fole na milea ye inform the NDC government event no mi o wa mi jaga mi hika ba kpo mi atro load nchi no no yo won na mi mi asoro nko gba
thank you quickly am akplemito for ko kana IPP sao car powership Ghana o $120 million and then make same power generation o $59.4 million. Okay, man, another program. Car powership or betaga million la fara kablav. Aleva sin power generation or betaga million bla atowa shake to the shaman USA gamma. Aleva sono asogle or betaga million bla atovo enne. Aleva early power how betaga million bla and vo of USA gamma na better for USA kuma ko Twin City Energy Amandia wo betaga million black tovo enyi Nemi va AKSA Energy o gbetaga million blaton. Nemi va Senate Energy o gbetaga million blaton. Nemi va BXC Company o gbetaga million mo toto ejeshi bla atovo aden. Nemi va Men Energy Technology ho gbetaga million mani toto jeshi bla enyi vo enye gaya wo. Madam want to do second third topic amako de John Molly salvation. The third topic enye Gold Board denies report of $240 million losses under Gold for Reserve program. Thank you. Very bad correction. Okay, no problem. You can do that.
Mama global nyatafeba magloba esla ali.
Okay.
Akanya magloba MPP to iglagare eslam. Imi va kofaham.
Okay.
O glomba esla fa ga. Mi kana kudanwinya ba gbashia gba gaga yidema.
Okay.
So you learn na aganoma yima share ita agama yo tenafu nafu.
Okay.
Okwa na fe.
Okay.
Akala ufa gama okiko dobubuwe. Ina bu mo ko hafa ma o.
Da ufa gama ga kwere kama chima craft me.
O enyi jonya ba even day aka handing over jima amoga amijem.
Okay.
Asa koma.
Ta ogble gare dia fijo.
Ita ko gara machiga.
E wa ba wona ni na.
You can't tell. Ima gloma la every day. Na mi jami. Me gas kwa egayim the account.
Thank you. Thank you for that correction. Grateful.
Nke dum so goma. Dum so yen dum yenka chi so yen shi. Asa goma dum so aya jojo fian dum so komi yega. Aya jo agba shin kwa dum shi so yema. Aya magaya Mahama said negligence on the side of the Ghana Electricity Company. Aya John Fia, I remember how many one call. It's not even far fluctuation. It's a negligence on the side of Emya. Aya John Akufado Aya Akufado Wachi. Aya John Fia, it's not a negligence, rather it's a negligence on the side of ECG, but not the government. But Aya John Akufado Gama, it's a Akufado Wachini. It's not even fluctuation. I got brother I go politician. Kafla kala pakoyada. Oya different government that way. No kon haleka. Miawo elebo na ba eradicate wa no pastors so lay person kwa ba no show ya ho. Enya kata gbon fi am go se ho.
Ko ha to ma ba ge mo lo.
Nyama because nya gbon le fi am go se ba gbogbo aba ya dun so me must dun so go mo ha. Edun e ba negre afi aba isi to mo do nya lo. Me government ai mo do fi ai akufa do ga akufa do echi. Ta nya kata ye ba nya ogbon fourth and back of even Yamalete, Wagan Bravo, do so on for me, Akufa do stop doing so. Whether they like it or not. Like Boya, no, you chew, Aquania, e broker, Jagomo, NDC Jagom, after Akufa completely, Baba, a mamma to my Akufa too. Tano Je, do so goma, no Jagoma, ye Akufa Baba, ye completed. Tane Segba, Alabama, her family completed. That's all.
Honorable Molly, let's come to that.
Yes, thank you so much. Let that put to the talk about Rebata has some very who got over contradicted. Ever a slag Gaga Yindama. Why Gabrata for the Mugler got a Kerabagafiju?
I'm doing my and you, no, me gem, no gas gem. And be a canny me blare my future Baba Emmanuel.
Okay. Thank you. What do you have the for money and yaga home? I don't know what you know. Jipo. For Kush, not a phone, the next topic. Messi, aber I think I got up for ye, ama. Yes, a news. When you I'm a boy, I reckon, Blonya. Miapo International Monetary Fund over Makuku, Blamio, or could miapo economy inchi, low for dollar, she Bank of Ghana, cool board. Low from you, mea. Ye, World Bank, never IMF toll for Mokukua, or capture the FIMA, but there is $214 million or so for a loss. Let me have go board for a door now. Alaba Lanu the mother de Yamea, Miawaba minority in parliament, blood opposition party. Me feel as a stakeholder in Ghana's economy, allow Ghana's government. I go through document yao for IMF that do go. Alaba mia anna the version and the site that we took as akpai mi lene anya jojoya. alebe le miaƒe nuyɔmia miaƒe MP Kojo Ponkruma ye hold that press conference alebe ona dzuanya be IMF ƒe mededewo kple miaƒe ganyawo ƒe zazãwo le dukɔa mea edi fia be miaƒe go board yi ke NDC tɔwo va set nitsɔ yi ke nenye I think 9 months or 10 months old in a government yi ke Sami Jemfi honorable le ŋgɔgbe na eme va di fia be efɔnyinyi aɖe yi ɖe akpama alebe nu yi gɔme mi me sesemu nye alo dzɔmɔ sesemu nye be na a look at go board ƒe operations awa wona mi se gɔme be they want to serve as sort is a middleman or so waƒle sika le amewo si okay alebe wo hã wanye body yi ke wo ko ate dra sika outside the country maganye ba mre na ku sika kwa akojo aku sika kwa ajo klo so you atenchi a maintain the reserves yo yi ke na le mi asia ba du come na makana jiba it is not wrong do abalaka cocoa board hali na cocoa to dagblea over draining a cocoa board.
Well, good board for $2 for a cocoa board.
Yes, I'm only trying to cite an example.
Okay, but they are not doing the same work. I think good board serves as an agent. It is the Bank of Ghana that sells the good, not good board.
Oh, okay. But
I stand to be correct. Even the NDC rep is there, so
yes. But manyaba ever do akpare last day me se documentary o na me nyaba go board up na shika twa me was an agent na can explain akoto Bank of Ghana ji afi Bank of Ghana na adra. I think that what you are saying is factual. And me nyaba nu ma wo me a Go board is now telling us, led by acting CEO Sami Jemfi, one program the news file Dr. Kabiru, nyepe MP, the Parliament over no need show idea plus Sonia Hussein and the next guy what's the name Brasimo. Lopo mededo mea Sonia Hussein and the Go board CEO they seems to toe one line. And Kabiru and Bryce Simon too also seems to toe one line.
Okay, Omareva.
Okay. Yes, now follow that program. Halaba Sami Jemfi namye goma semba nu mana do domba yepa office or yepa door odufua moletepo. Ta afonu du yana va vongo bloma Bank of Ghana. Okay, ye boy fonu ma elo le bo wa ko fonu mama mi ya dashina. Am go come and mo bia lo kwinya. But now, go board at the one player Bank of Ghana as an agent. You can Gina Shika, a corner Bank of Ghana, Bank of Ghana Nadra. The miapa betaga omalo alo aleku awe wadre akoga ko we na dukwa. Then you agent. You can go board. You ba shime shika to tum half even gam the Bank of Ghana shima. Ye IMF bo blomber. You ba mu kama yokuwa adifia ba go board from your loss kaka Sami Jemfi namye which is very tactical but go board me drana shika and so financial loss we don't like to go board ya you ko ho na shika akoko dashi na Bank of Ghana bona dra ta the exchange of currency fi ga gbe shika photo trova family in your Bank of Ghana telephone river allo inka profit river ele bo akwe dare Bank of Ghana ji me ko be argument tema kake me ya le wrong lepo nyawo mu okay egbagba jemba ya defend the officer which is good elaba le one top setup alomi ya o draft say o kokodo go board anya manya ba wa hoshika wa draw kan o hwe wa kwe na mode wa dra no ta feel ba na mode dram ya me o lossa elaba lossa na mama. And so we suggest you ma admit aloma gbeba afonyinyi mamavo Sami Jemfi magbo afonyinyi mamavo kake ya problem kwenya ba gayo go gboma ya for office go board ye nyi fua ma letepo and so you le na mi o hemi bi to mi question bia ba you nyebo o shi me ma to tom ka fi na fi ma ye afonyinyi ba fi ma no ga bo afonyinyi ma cho office ha de do ga gbe ya aka yichokoba wo samkushi le fie na dom ye na flow na makona mode ya ma be drenyi fa mo logo mo gbo mo ye nyi fo mo yes me nye ma therefore argument is a basic understanding we can scenario ka wo Sami Jemfi ala but the fact is that le mia po shikanda drafa shi sasayo me a Ghana du kon anyifa anyama ile tepo yika MF to de dogoba a shikanda drafa do po yika na du prola ma bado ba fifia wako sika ko to afima e kana gede Bank of Ghana ji hafi wadra do mo ba vama le popo e po nka jima ma sheke ewu ama e ke do ma no anyia eva de chi the Bank of Ghana ba eva nyifa la sika na drama
okay
as to whether for nyinyi ma la sika na drama e ke Ghana to ka wa se go mafia go board ya sami jemfi le ba vaye course Bank of Ghana ko nyifa ma o Bank of Ghana ntu mo we do da show nyifa ma wa mi ko Ghana to nyafia le MF boko nya ba sikandra po alo sikampo do po ikova do ko se mi je fi ko dareji be wa nongo na sikampo flekle dadra le du kwa godo to Bank of Ghana jia office o mo va Bank of Ghana mo do wa le ji mama sheke wu me a na ba Bank of Ghana nyi fle sikandra drama
okay
bro ko mi ta na nya ba gold board bo global fo nyinyi mo ko kom na yo 240 million US dollars so ko kon na yo mo lete po wa Ghana to fo nyama gro mo lete po wa Ghana vi gede o ga dem no on the basis of an example ya mo no kushia ye na be mo ga dem o nya de pe o nya ba o ha mo lo ga ho dem ka kala mi asego bo no nya bo trace loss ma fi ochua o ha o bo officer ga gede loss am ala ba bo ye sika to ka bi ba gede am ya bo dra sika le ocho gbo wa de pepo mo me na ba gbo pepo wa ko ga ba me agbo a alo pepo ma chi moji ni mo gbo mo chi moji wa de ka me agbo vo ve dra de ko ve ko drama talo mi asemi agbo mo nwie ka ke do ko George dem ba NDC toraka including mi afa governor of Bank of Ghana pla mi afo sami jemfi kere le go board ntia o ma gba alo deny fia ba anyaya IMF blon le pe reports man ba fo nyinyi va le sikanda dra le Ghana du kwa du kon bo do mo wa ye ko George nam ka ke fi ko gbam o le ko nya ba o ma ga gbon ba ye po do fu le do ma ye we ba alo ye fi ma ye sikanda don fo nyinyi va lo
okay
to ko ida Bank of Ghana ke mi ba gadra ro bo ta no ba ta mo ko ka kenya de ba ku nya ba nya te fu nya ba gaabu
okay kan minority ba ya chief minority go mi go glomba onanya sami jemfi menyama
yes we use that in our consent.
So let's see me go good for oil aro
yes
honenye bu le never good for oil warmer na Ghana juko manya na MPP government to Ghana
yes
juko
but the last figure come I confirm no any public account committee we have a governor no nya about mention is it 2.something million or so 1. I mention gade but yebu alaba go reserve ha I mention a gade 3.something billion I mean go for oil per Ghana bua half of go reserve to ika walege but yebu and so before the public committee you never public committee ha scrutinize that document the only problem go have the go reserve figure but you jibo ya finally per report you ngona your motive pomo kaka good for oil per shortfall ya quota the public committee accountant almost have problem to challenge that too and so jibo ma but if that is the case per the official figure ke Bank of Ghana release na public account committee alama pan alama kopamba good for oil ha nana for nyinyi via de val akpa magoji
Mr. This IMF ke ni akoti quote figure vai could them go for oil me wo mother do global head at the room no nyamara la doma on chu do pa le me for time
coach akpa fi na no anyi do bla ofon ko susu ken la shiwa ta fra cha to vu na tonya na nyare jogba le wana fli to vu na le ma fli
okay
ta yo jole mai mo ale yendi se to hon player to vu na le mi ho mi flam fia
okay
ta nyama glo mo kukukudo hia ba ayo ale yo gleva year ye ko mi o ha mi agben we are all stakeholders my share global opinion level and so there's nothing wrong na mi o mi to that direction but me feel but me na joa it's a request na we na maganda appointer na appointer lo you are my na appointer mo lo wa mo de go and so manya ngbegle wonyo
okay
in that regard
afia mi yama sugbo we ya oba sami jemfi anyia
yema no date no figure quote no fear from me me following your public account committee manya it ranges between 1.something or so kakea nyamate now factual figure can less my check back
economy akpere mi atamo sugbo we aka jiru anyinyin fia because any ma sami jemfi top right up global nyo minyi fa igbogbo alaka ye mi awa fanyinya reduce mi ogbamba amoma nyanwo na damada he can't think far.
Yes, yes, Kush. Ima gwanta nyamate fact check that figure, but I'll get it. But even that, makanjiba go board for Vava. Don't go there. Go for.
Oh shit, none of the screamer.
Go for oil for Vava. Kush. Makanjiba Ava. It is not short as Aleko Lele Sami Jefima Afonini Yamu. Okay,
let's do the analysis with the table shoot on my screen.
Okay, you are taking me to the table.
Yes.
Okay.
Okay. Then you handle him. Okay, over wrap up now. Help.
Yes. Kush.
Yeah.
Yes, my figure le fima. No, is it about 2022? Is it 74.44? Then 2023. 317.69 and this one 1822.57. Good. Now that is me project that from which source? What is the source?
Mr. Philip Bonsu Esquire. That's the right information request. So right information for request on a details online yama.
My Bank of Ghana for my website. Ma compare Bank of Ghana for because I'm a right information below issue now. Everybody, I am going to the site myself. I'm gonna come in. Now look at the data over there.
Okay, let me give you the permission to go there.
I love compare to that. But in any case, Kush, now look at this figure. So, the first time we can go for oil VAR, the first loss, which is 2022, is 74.44. Okay, million Ghana cedis.
2023 increase it times 3 or so, 100%.
Yeah, so if the first time we go for oil, gold board cover, you will worry. I'm coming to gold board. Sami Jefito.
All right.
Yes, Sami Jefito. In the first 10 months, lost your was of Bawunya for first time you came here call gold for oil cover. So on the basis of the projection, you get all that here. But you believe me, how you can go board never call the next year. The match you also Bawuya.
Thank you. Grateful.
On the basis of that projection.
Grateful. Thank you. Hey, you Akbar. Chip him up.
Honorable.
Yeah.
Kafla miao.
I'm on Facebook on Viaro Boom, so please kindly log on to the Facebook SAMKUSH block capital letters _ official so they can follow us. Thank you, Chief Imam.
Akpa miao monso klo pastor yaba examina miao gbogbomo ba gbodidora garuma mite bena na sugbon obona machishi datara passager mero don Kafla yin gbemi actually ha program rule me ajimi so ga kana garuma di detention na kwole bo gbemo ha nya bo di detention baba ya pe magadu baba na cancel hope aba jafoku last year baba mo gaglo accident fatal accident repa ma we von no me ano baba ya magaglo na mo ko ba fia ma we von tami da kono ma ta aba ma mana na nya bo mi awe do gbarare ma ta ma onai ya pe ta no se nkola se ba miawo ejeje le bagbam ba mi agbo me na always Sami bena na legbadi drama la ba madura amranyu ta na mi da tare won ji garama ye mi aba hun le akọ opo ayeko gbogbo na ejeji ye mo gbogbo ye ofun Hassan bi aba won ya na mo gbogbo opo government wari na obo sector o mo te review no roku o mo te expose ka government bu we va fiba den afia na ba minya opo IMF Owonya International Monetary Fund shikenya gbeta shike over perejino jiga Africa state ro na nwa pekowa over honanami tam okpo government of the day maybe tam the day wa dogo under IMF ta yovu na chidan chia garu mo jina bia wona kokobo anyabo moposu mopo le tebiton you know ba don ya dogo bo Ghana ya gold border adu for my open amount of 214 million she come here gavio fia na nyama anya mara bo honorable Sami Jenfia a pushing by me yedo Bank of Ghana different what's the dichotomy between gold border and then bank me ka konya I don't understand government me ko anu wajo kan agble oba akpɔ ɖeke ŋkuto a metɔ na lo no ba ƒe mo ayi nɔ npp to dun egba akpɔ nu adzɔ fia it remain ele record dzi ne npp va nya 20 years to come they will take Jeff on even 100 years even me pray who knows anya akogbo no matter how long it is ne npp va jajia they will take him on but there's a corruption in isa no matter what tanu won gba mi una bocho they will actually scrutinize it and check what transpired fika for to no this is the second one I'm putting to book I am a presidency anana gare is an okro mouth person va funfuma ha ga jofia and this is another corruption case no it should take like that.
No, this is not a loss.
Loss to the state.
Losses cannot be a corruption.
Loss to the state.
Losses is never a corruption.
It's a corruption,
yeah.
But it's a loss to the state.
Yes,
what actually triggers loss to the state?
Sorry?
What triggers loss to the state?
It's not corruption.
Okay, more corruption alone.
No.
Next time at the economy total dog. I mean,
Yeah.
Ghana Good Boss, which is formed around April 2020 last year, April 2025, you formed by Parliament at forming, which is at 1140. From now, good border, one all legalized or legal authority to actually mine as an extra good. Marekamo pomo akushika asakshika onya wawe they remain but one the autonomous body wa woman over come for sami jenfi ko dare ngoni bana onya ta mi ba no ko ayiko mi obodo mi amran viro kwa mi se jami sami jenfi doro won be prepare Bank of Ghana nchi nanu ya mi ba se under Ghana Extended Credit Facility which is content and controversy from IMF but odu for ya va le TVG kwa ste wa bo yomo du for le keleke wa ko to nanu gaba push na for ba Bank of Ghana gbon acho allo pleva vote kilo do o ka ta won ka ko they belong to the same class that is
but
better
with a different
yeah
but
in the
with a
class
different
they are
name.
reptiles so
but with a different name.
names yeah yeah monya nya wa gbogbo na mi fi abo na gboto ja ko do apologize na I rectify bon ya jole kele kan ya gboto ta about there's no losses only gains ta yo mo gu na ko video ko pon yo la you deliver 10 billion US dollar na fu gogo fu sami jenfi akafra say young guy the view nya na gbojiri because akpo amachichiro bon kuma ba yepo ta na mo pon ira na the view go pon in the name of politics amachichijuma na eva do position ngami
why the master sami jenfi ojuma po
o attack na mo
no attack all of na mo juju
attack for gba na wa ko mi gbo
attack fe ochura moren
nchi
amojuju me insult
okay ochura mo nchi za shi kenya mo chichu garuma ofia mbo na mo chichi ga na mo po ma chura nchi ta na mo po yiri this is the second time ko Ghana na river o pa agrada duma agrada ba na ye garu nyamo grom from endis to ason le mi agbo rechota apono won ma le kanu le pa o mo jina bi asam ba advice o abo ye le won ye o fian o coach lower training lower orientation workshop na mpo au na mi pon yi kwa mi won yi bo na mi pon yi bo mi yi no ji anana mo in opposition ka ba ta nyama do gba ba no set ya le mi ago so na mi gbe na wa se across wa
amayanto hanya de gua adova global ye ma global good board wo losses ko jo pon krumanto dogo ba I am expecting mawle ba wa clear ka ka
ya mo ha go
ya into dogo global e ma global good board enya make gabuna even IMF ntom global good board bugao IMF ntom gblonya molo it was an English statement ma ku project na ma clear that's the key point from the IMF and responses. One, the losses. The IMF noted 214 million US dollar loss in the Bank of Ghana's gold operation. Part of gold operation, not gold board. And Kojo Pronkuma is one of my mentors, and it's somebody I admire so much. Yamanyaba MPP Molagon. Those days, not a tendency. He's one guy who who taught us how journalism is all about. What is it about? I heard your press conference to Koshila TV young Chuchomo Budoda. amagba enyaba rongo imagba good board nyifo your good board nko and too many things ko be biamba okay leka yo afia nyaba shikana ni etu ashima na good board enyi me ujibo enyema akwanga gbompia ba good board nyifa good board nyifa samije fia ndora magboko tomowa. That's why I sought to clarify this.
Over na statement right ma wobo onami anya bobo is a strategic investment. But the reported $240 million was an accounting assessment of transaction cost for security, foreign exchange, far less than potential interest on borrowing. Ta yeha mi seba nyaba no nyaba agbava manyiba oba agbava manya allow barema. O ko o no asamere plus na honamo me ba na banyanka nyawo ta no there's more room for Sami Jenfi. You imagine about Novia Bonne no new close work and you because if you clap for others victory you also will come.
Okay.
So
let's look at if you go to the reserve sock bokaka kala bejebe Ghana fiate kwadek bebe nyagboko be gala yoshi. Majagbagba le fuma no ma lefa do na pa ja.
Ona wasa ko nyeklo mo po go da be LNSS anya onye gbomole.
Okay.
Nye pro mo po bele SS ko politician maga po rolo anya ko ye gbomole pole go de SS ayo go gashi woma go de LSS le fika no di fiami mi don as an errand maybe wa fia go SS afma ba clear nye meta no fia clear go de SS in Ghana.
The Bank of Ghana for governor la kpadamo
nye ba la kpadamo va nya onye gbomole o ya gba ko you akọ boost we government but don va mo do ba no SS I pay. But before you know the truth and the lie, another government will come and expose that whether it's necessary or not. But they cannot reveal, expose themselves. That's what the problem I have with politicians.
Thank you. Grateful. Asa. By mom, you know me. I like it. I can't give a strong girl for your mata. It's not hitting you people.
No.
For them back.
You
are doing well.
We are kind of judging topics you can discuss with me, but they are a bit technical. You might have problem but imam pom aleka pom because the technical part of it you account le mi anya ka glome mi lam pom ni jojo mi nyebe nanyebe na ve loan nyata ko calculator na mi to jino to ko calculator fia wata bu mi anami na ve loan 10 million you na 10 million ma na 10% regi toji no loka tonya hone ni ka haga na na ulaba na 10% 10 million ji ma 1 million ma
100 cedis ma
very good tana ve loan 10 million you na 10% regi ala 1 million viena ve onyeba na ya shicham iko laba do laba na ve loan 10 million ava ko chashime 10% regi ye la shi achacha ma na kpoga re to won to afama yika no kwashi machami yika ega yika na bula gamama enye 214,000 enye ga yika na bula gamanu lo kwashi machachama na compare plan ave loan le IMF body KW anya abiami Sami Jenfi le amashama ye amoshishin le TV agbo enye na ro yo we do $10 billion after you rula interest of 10% ko interest of that 10% is $1 billion. 50 mi go global transaction loss you can $214 million enya agmi kananya ufo dada ina jole yo pa shi chacha amade amakai da flachelo ngom sese nwi leshi ika onya shi chacha ata global ma enya lost.
Let me classify.
Now that very good. Eta global nya na jojonde. It's a technical issue. Tamade kamanya ashi chacha mo da flachi amate gom selo. Na yaba na ve plan la marashia. Mi go ave plan la Togo ma. Expect ba mi ake plan la Togo ma. Yo nyaba o gagbam ho ya leta ho ya le na drage nyi enfa ya goma sema ten eve flanwa eva do Ghana mafo fifia a girl la na dranwa Ghana ga eva ga fine e flanwa cho Ghana sorry ye gama ma ikere nwa ploma ono Togo gagbam 25 cities ta obo su menye na yira fuma e na ngmadra kutuku de ka ma na ve dre ga na expect me akpole de ka je 25 cities aflangwa la machivo enkene nang draga kwa oba togo ga ege ta fifia oga gbam 22 cedis da na be drang ma de mafanyiga mafia ba away manya shichachao aka ege anaga yina ba na nyifa.
Let's say business growing a lot.
Yes, so
I'm also a business person.
Yes, I'm also a business person.
No, do I
support? Yes, I'm not sorry.
Me never. Hello.
Yes.
Okay.
Yes.
So never mava flangu 25 Ghana cedi. Ye may drag a gagba tro. You chitu intra. Nyanya manye business power la nyama drago. Alaba shikama nyang baglo nyo.
The draga nyami tana dragarwa. Manya ba 25 Ghana cedis never free. Ni agbo malaba is technical.
No, one week bro pia ba mava flangu 25 cedis.
Expect be ave dre hoe ale.
No, agbo ba ma flangu 25 cedis.
Awo,
No. No, awo they time global na gava didi.
Yes,
abana ma flangu 25. Abana ma flangu Then reframe your question.
Yes, nyai broma le nyambari. Enwi ya na flare. Guy man nwa flare ma o gagbam.
Nani ma flangu afi.
Yes, afia nyumi ya ka gunsa mi yefile ya. But out of that, we have made a profit of 10 billion. And we have pushed in money of 10 billion into the system out of the sales that we have made, which means that we have made surplus.
Let's start with your analogy.
Yes,
let's do it precept upon precept.
Don't worry.
One.
That is the best way.
Let's do it that way.
Very good. Very good. Tomatoes, arosabala. If you have a sabala, sabala, kutukuda kala, ashima, arola blama. You can order maybe 15 cedis.
Okay.
That man, you better mean a dragala shima. You could never oga bam 25 cedis star. Yes, Susula, you better never 25 cedis wagamala. Tamako calculation.
Okay.
Nenema tombi enwiale process ya
let's move on.
That calculation ogafia irashama.
To ma planga 15 series.
Yes.
E ma bana ma yama draga 25 series. Okay. If you ma ya shama. E agave.
Yes.
If you nani ma jre.
If you agave ba 22 cities. That's still a kotokura kana ina draga ta still agade kotokura kala.
Okay. Kenya ma po video.
That transaction loss. Yeta mo glombe. Let's look at the explanation. Yeta upon kumanto tro bova glombe imo glombe gold board make loss so. Alaba anyanyu ba nya glombe la no ba scrutinize nya agbona jejega. It's a transaction loss, not a loss from capital that has been involved. That only na jojo menye ega ko expect bo yo akpo a ye ko wo budget a you
projection
very good projection yo agavaga elaba fia dollar le afi wo projection na dollar ge ni de jojo menye dollar per depreciation ya never fam ye nye a firm manager jamle afuma ta menye ba ega onye kana bu na Ghana to ko like dollar per didie nya ba over jambe afuade ba fam afuma that loss study manya for nyanami nanamo is a transactional loss.
Okay.
That's still a benefit ya me make like surplus ya me make a subo a fair ko jejema fama ba nyenyi ye na ba nye no kpore nwom nobody. Look at this. Me bring on board $10 billion.
Okay.
That is what we are bringing on board to show the currency. Yeah, we ba gamaji anyhow. Me economy ha maintain. Now we are brought on board $10 billion. Ye go global me make loss of 214 million. Now Amaroe will make a loss of $7.1 billion. I'm a man no global me over. Well, the thing is that how much were they able to add to the economy once they made the loss of $7.1 billion? That is the question you should be asking. That this thing is technical. We shouldn't make it, but we make a quick supply oranges and apples for that like but you this is transactional loss.
Okay.
Tamanya ba you can mean waflema Yemi flung when me red drop, Yemi be ni for like, Yemi flung up that drum. It's never like that.
Me for bobo you akpo me let that by you akpo we are like.
Yes, Alabama, IMF Nanya. Very good. That is the loss.
So the big number IMF to more technically
very
minded.
Good. Yet the IMF when you blood, IMF mo boglon directly. Me for nimu. IMF boglon ba. For the general nyafa ban la oji. Alaba egaya mi boglon na oba. Ye poga mile. Plagaya pom mi vala. Difference wa no ever drop. Tana a subtract a simple mathematics. There is negative coming. For the general nyafa ban so let's rectify that. Me pobo for manager jema mi pobo. So next time let me get projection work na wo. Enya nyi kwa IMFGB anam nyanya next time let me get projection work na yode. Me maga not too ambitious.
Okay.
Me lan kure me projection so for magajo.
IMF point 2 Bank of Ghana explain the loss is primarily an accounting issue from differing exchange rates used for buying gold that's higher and then the booking foreign exchange inflow that is lower, not a real cash loss as you are saying.
Yes.
Okay.
This is pure etama grombe enyare na la shima na shin ton chama. Nyabo nyonyo na la Aflao shimere onye agoma sego amshama because o yin gbogbo shago onya le ya nwi ala. Ta fe anyinyi de Aflao shima nyon atabe flam fia grombe enyifa. That in actual fact, many do need for God to
but me a politician never lay make MPP Junior Bloha.
That is why
pass the e-levy bill. Me okumba umanya economy.
Yes.
Tangi o target by your it's not the same thing happening.
No. It's not the same thing. Wo expect by Jumavina Johoyala. My exchange rate when you. Everybody wants a very good exchange rate.
So exchange rate have believe in Jukomo talk blamucho.
Magwe na reka cho miangu. Ina ma woglombe ni myomi pola ma asubo wi ka mi lose mlama. In business you lose to gain.
Yeah.
And we are losing 214 million to gain 10 billion. And that is what the people need to understand.
Okay.
That again, upon me layer, ye no number me lost make me nyatefo na dollar na ji. Let me tell you this factually. Me le egg anya matable no.
Okay.
Na ro manya Ghana government into based on microeconomic calculations are all dollar got drop more than this. But when we show it more, I got for the Ghana. So you have to maintain the currency at a particular location. In our President Mahaman talking about with time currency and to find in top of balance because we don't want to push the currency and whatever affect me. So that loss that we have made is a calculated loss. You can make a meal but gain more. So you can only understand this when you truly understand the type of business that Bank of Ghana is running.
Thank you. Grateful. Quickly, may I move on to the last topic?
Yes.
Coach, on more serious note, Hassan should not try to confuse the listeners.
Okay.
Now, before we conclude in via I get a comment Makpaji. Now, Handsome trying to agree to us, but and you make your dollar pushing economy. You call the motor money no more lower. I confirm the Gucci Abanyate Bunya, but you corner dollar, Aquila, Bank of Ghana. I call that economy.
No.
What about your magaji Yoga?
You are
allo you want to say you are
currency are sure.
The IMF reports you cannot dogo. You can Sami Jevito Apubo Kurem le news fala. Sami Jevi confirm but you make loss. As for the technicality, can Bloma Magala Fia. You may come back. Yes. Bojila push the Bojila producer Lafia Bojila. Push. And so I'm saying that Sami Jemfi, the news file. Akwe dem, but there's a loss. Kakumoga kwe dare yoju. Kakani nyaba by Bank of Ghana. Dr. Siema, is it Asiema also? You will put explanation now, but when the ma will look, okay? In response to what IMF money or Kodogo, you mo nama. Who is Dr. Siema?
It's the Bank of Ghana.
It's a Bank of Ghana who is appointed by politician, right?
Yeah.
So on this way, that technical is going to is this no problem like guy, but the guys who lost how that loss is so interest na Ghana to. Nanya ba problem be adra gade mo tedre na mo. You was to loss ade. No kai man ko fanya Ghana to magbam.
Very good. That is what we are.
And that is why we are saying that go the offer film la me ogbo be that drama. A guy ko go that film you be dra. There is a loss. A guy must support the offer go down.
So Sami dey figure you gain profit 10 billion egble.
Whatever you make profit.
Manya well asia.
Masila. You make profit la.
You make profit.
Yes.
Profit nani.
Oh 10 billion me your million. You make profit.
But
the same way
we be session.
The same way Sami dey agree.
So
but you make loss.
Nka losses over you make.
Loss any about go there you play la me ogbo we dra le fima. A guy you dra go there. A bit down match you can you play la me ogbo.
So
loss go pick when yanka no problem like show we drain
so how will somebody loss and gain at the same time?
No, you see the loss and gain since you over officer you make that gain. Okay? Now
as a program
that is what I'm asking.
I engage my do to interview.
Okay, can interview as so global you gain 10 billion.
You make begbemu la.
I will confirm. I will confirm. Okay, so let me ask the final question. Come here, save time. As a confirm base, you gain 10 billion loss. Minimum. Okay, if you are 10 billion loss, when a new over, if you have a buffer.
Oh, 214 million US.
So let me go show 10 billion on your portal.
Oh, not the 214 10 billion man. Oh, about that 7 point something 700 something billion.
So is it a gain or loss?
Because by the analysis
no, I'm going to. Is it a gain or loss?
For me, oh, kush. No, deduction nobody. These are two different things. Now, is it the fact but quantity may go the up like back after you get 10 billion now. The same quantity I'm toga or loss salary. And so it could be by your officer. Open first sell you go that sell give them again.
The second Sami display a lot of documents on that show.
Oh yes, display. But you see,
so ever display the first 1 month I don't know. Is that correct?
I am doing my analysis, but I failed to break it down for us.
All right, we'll definitely.
How can you believe you? How can you believe your analysis?
All right, thank you.
Your analysis is not factual.
Great. So, give me, ma'am. Let me give you 5. No. I'll give you 5 minutes. Could do you get them all to my wakonya? Frame pop 5 minutes.
If I'm my food, okay. That's politician.
So let's come to the topic. MPP initiate MPP so let's come to the MPP initiate
technical man full of technical
grateful sir
no on a business with amaga how many show we are running
let's come
so akwa enyewo nyago komiava politicians no akon nyule mo bi obudomo na bi agbe if you belong to their fraternity if you divert video ko afia wonka or whether they sanction or they will revoke your this thing no corner because no amara pon bonya ola hamabonja pamela le kodura yeya nya le kodura ko egbon na afia ba adale se ko do jina party atodura dira to MPP o dere do to mo bana tare you are expelled Professor Frimpong Boatin from the party
because abanye nane ka do je kan twa ko na amnesty ama oba watogba party ma just 5 minutes
you gbana party mma bo de gbana party because me le opposition this is the time me anokroji me a resolve me immediate in the share agbana me yo alenchramante me aye me ayo enya amagan Professor Frimpong me aye amadele Solomon something Owusu Paria is an asset for MPP. You could lose in nama. Amubo da lawa mi ayo ya wo nya na mi warali na mi aduji. Fia mi gaba munya. Mi abanya glova mi ka inkayo ga mu nya na. Ami afuwa do ma hia is out of is oversight and mistake we have for me a caution wala kala mi va nyanya for now MP mo nyana mo nyanya
okay
no jiba you are va agava projua this is the time I'm sham ajojo le Ketu South ya o damuru raga kloto mi fufo mo katakata mi ade kuna bo nya you over here you so you have a united formidable descendant you able to I mean confront the enya ta mo no jidegu nle ka lo me wona tare atan you can ever na pon yia le munje le pon jara bo yema ga ba gbleji to na ma ba gba party
Honorable Hassan, just recently corona amnesty MPP Matobo Katano come back to the party. At this time, all a crucial moment. Now they are now fake MPP and virtual MPP. Now one man yam fi ajibe yo anyam. Alebe miese founding members Rodogo. Miese nyawo tamoklo dogo ba ta Kennedy and co. Uma ka che kashango. Frimpon ngama ba mo chuma akpa.
Akpa daflachi majoma agloba oba alima dina gbata okwa nyamaji ba ma wo comment adakala fia agba ka echo oba aja ba we global level. I don't do that type of politics. Nyate fa nyeba nyanyi mata da ndo gana Dr. Frimpon Boatin. Aka elaboase gomba ye papa a problem la kwa. And he has also served in that same house. Nyama bloga fiaba anya aglomola lakbada mulo. Amiaka taminyaba MPP akana no anyi chama MPP megali egba. Aka the fact is that question we vient de lika MPP to bia bia. Ikamala shoba anya brother Mauli ha be abia. Ikenya but time yaka only appointment. But ne serve aba Minister of Environment today. Nana do MPP me ye ni appointment alo aro MPP akokoto ya mogaro ye ni appointment. So
you actually that is the fake
yes
or the virtual.
Yeah, if you be in to the like okon akpomi. Is he also being realistic? Alaba yika ndudu la tefoya enyanyu ba nanado blavia opo nwe mo kaka yonyeba ndudu lia ayi. Fifia yonyeba nadu avo evajibe atutu ashiro atere magbaba yemala maplio. That type of lifestyle amatemnya politics promote gala Africa. When come around shagwe African politics alaba mnya rebranding. That type of politics ikaba na kwonwa ba eglan aka dudula manota na shipi na duifo ye na kwa eglan na ajibe arrekula mano nyeba ye mala mafiu glan. I don't like that type of politics.
Thank you. Grateful. Hassan Ramali.
Yes, makanjiba Hassan apunga there. And dokumajiba ma I refute allow dispute nyepa brother chief imam for statement ba nyeda mokaka da moruda gala Ketu Savafia majiba mana nyaba Ketu Savafia fia the presumed people iko who suggest both the dollar Ketu Savadaga they are all back on board. Let me build party here. So
ona masham amnesty.
Yes. Okay. So they are back on board. So me do one machila shima for the listeners. And again, I'm kind of chomodo to Professor Fripon le City News. Maru, Bernard, Bernard Avla interview, and I was so shocked to the bone listening to a senior patriot, right? Like for air, Makanji political party it's a different institution altogether. As a politician, when you chief mama maru party muta, for the akpama, kakanya brother kale and this party man no very technical in handling the issue. Manyaba I think not dissatisfied on some issues sikona ideji. Kaka so far as na own the allegiance to the party you must show some kind of commitment and loyalty to the party. Yepo mpo yo funichol outside as a professor, a learned person, a senior patriot. Makpaba manya the best amount. Doko ashide manya unchi. I think no aggrieved in a way. Because the way ananya bromba MPP amo you gado cha. This is not the same MPP that we have now. It's a fake MPP. You were part of the government in the same fake MPP that you claim. That's right. You know appointment and Namwa, may reject appointment but this is a fake MPP. They serve for more than 4 years. The government afiva over Russia follow a problem never join never jo. and so then your party me feel but you got work all out for the party how I'm not very careful on your utterances and so I'm a girl they are making a call but no dida no name resignation letter no sanctioning but I feel but he came me a party of building as a united front he came me up a minority leader in the parliament he have to about the unity could the party and cheer then you me up leaders when I say you for I have the means to talk to the leadership I'm not the me way up let's engage the senior patriot alaba nya a handle so that now we cease media engagement for now na me we can ne later openly via makanaji it to create another dysfunction in the party tanya American you see we are learning as a politicians sometimes when we know wala manya won to the kako for generation ko na tenchia I click onto political positions in that party break over chances of getting that because I got a record man no for talk be a video via manya Professor Fripo Boatsi moto we via manya me na yo nya but this is a fake MPP the potential you have to serve the party makanji baba shut down that mewa but so
is it really true but Professor Fripo Boatsi I have issue regarding the current leadership of the MPP you are but there is a leadership crisis crack let me have a party when it comes to the structure
is kush me guy na me election so from the police into the national level here I'm got support I'm looking at the potential in the person okay then but unfortunately I take stand on their interest I describe the leadership but there's a crack in the leadership because I feel by me you believe the one that no that connected with me and so from where I sit, I don't have any problem with the leadership that we have. And moreover, over time we get aspire shortly. And so delegates will come together to do a proper decision. Okay, I got champion, I got director well. Then I feel but you must have confidence in the current leadership power. Because the time I make you feel but I think you hold the leadership position in the party. What true you support behind the person. Ale but you for no manual tell matter leadership have problem clear. I think you solve when you claim that you are in your party at all old members when this is true ka open for the wall na manage plus super magagba party adeju because party ya glom na legba awonwe na opo alaba wonwe na fumoto ren hapo and so now woman lafia ka younger ones go on about benefits the party a party agbamda me oji and so we need to be careful when we are handling these things as a party members.
Grateful 0555270062 054892 please you can call us ateyomi aleba ada ususu agbroku da nyo kata mieju le egbe akuda kanenya Volta connect banto le pama na yo kamalo kuna we pokulu de ma hana agarema. Hello, good evening.
Good evening Sankush ya wela doji mauna tumtumi mata pada mon pokweta mabado gbananya bloda yo la bo nyangu madam but the Vito and Dixito ilego Sankush good board player ipelo 6-year war do ko fu abe fu big business we can wonele abele agbozma se na ma for drama plan abo 1.2 come time come over yes $8 do safe DDA ma be the 2 pesos la ma dra ma lot kaka ma believe be asibu bubona magana na pogereji o wukama makokova losi kama wo tami dem people nkwe wo mafia ba abuga na dukoel ata ngore abugova de ngoma nua make tunyaren wonkleto to yento sibebe ba ma go invite be never over de ngoma mate you amabubu doe ka fia ba good for ye ke wo ke ubu na duko ya brother ile go nya pipito ma di be de nyam o blind na to bang na to be ma di be de nyam o di be ya gba to duko ma dio a confix so for su no nya be ya you ma lokle a ko sikave ko ko mi le duko e ma ga gbogbo you ubu na duko e anwo be ama koko ide ufama kanya nyin kungba be MPP uji sie chama nya yi uji sie gbo nya te fu nya tumu lanu padun kudi ba Canada Japan anya made ka fu andu ko to MPP party en kaka yo nya ba Canada Japan na do hia gala ti u mai kan kungba ye tin kunan sang agugwa ko ifa ga pere party nwa ale abale ke nana do dan kwa kuforu ba you raise the fan banu pere patem kanu foria tenya mai ka pere yo ka kunyi kweto to agba kana to ba gogo family friend ye tai ura tin ye kanere ja pon ye tin ura chara pu ma ya gba woji ba yo nyi ma ye wo to we na maruba ma yo kata yo ja go le woji no trouble ba party ma den kaka to me wo tu tu ga tro ba yo mo nya amade ma to gu kun ba no nye ko no nya yo appoint amaruba no nya mama ko no nya ka wo prepare de ka ole wo ma baba na wa nya ba ntu ye ni pomu la klanku na wa nya ba agba apipi la jiji o appoint ntu ye ba red fara ma yigo ni ko tu plan ntu ye tu plan maru dugu la party ma na ba ba na maru la jiji.
Thank you. Grateful, Mr. Charles. Thank you. Good evening.
Hello, Apukush.
Yes, sir.
Honorable Prince Mbagachu Apakomo.
All right, Mr. Prince.
I'm coming for the Bono Toplo, Nasalakata, Doha Chukata.
Okay.
Akumoli, I've simply any period and I need a both Mama Dubono. Apukush.
Yeah.
Good board. Your number, Sami Jimpi Dugu, Honorable Sami Jimpi Dugu. You are confirmed, Natape, you lost. No, my mother lost money corruption on you. Alaboro could never play Agba. 300 cities. We have an address. I got 350 cities. I've got 270 cities. I lost. Even they draw the good board. Okay. Na MPP Bagama, me for lost to Bogo Sawuya. Kakami do Bada Bobrona, His Excellency John Dramani Meba, no guy who got Twashil and Munchiclo Subana, good board ma lost in animal. Famaida Mahama to Poplo Agbo, Mahama about Rico, Profit here for the Kaya, Apokush. I knew Shasha, Haiko, Nana Adodan, the former president who for MPP back for me, a family. Now for deputy about deputy me go put your Mahama deputy come Mahama for the camera. Oh my he grow la family. Kabun come for corruption bubu kumi for Fuji. Apokush. My over me and Yamulabo. Ya Georgina Bunya la party amolo. Alabana, Apoton Kakaveda, co MPP night over internal primaries. Minya over party amono primaries are. Of Korani song, we not as long as one time. Ta Georgina Banka, one young child of a Guman, Kuduma, you go over Fiat Matani, you will go back on a quantum. One yata for Tuma of Yapuel and MVP. At General Gomoto over chemical no power.
Yeah.
Make a governor Galamte Gillan, His Excellency Nanado, Danka Pubando, Toba Firma, the Eastern region.
Yeah.
Yes. Kaka journalist, oh, yeah. Over Tatama farmer, but I'm a lot to move. I won't put never Ghana journalist. I do, but it's about Luduma Mealu. No more Galamse Ola, Banado, Tondon Toba Family, East region. That's a Boba, Yen Toba region, or Galamse Ola Pima, Alopimo Pubutola, Nyagon Yapueleka, Yapuelgo Promenade, NPP party, Libadi, and the fake, but Boba. Agma Tiamana, Agalo Domastilo, a Fokush. Amastaba, executive owner party at Roma, all the fake, yet of a promoter party at the fake. So no dollar executive or party Magano fake. For Fokush, Lekata, over branch election, more conscious election, more regional election, more national election. Who go straight to the Leconia, Blackberry at that time. As a bonya copy, but no, you walk for branch. Change the face in the party to branch level, Kakabadro national level. His Excellency former president, vice former president, win girl a primary shooter, had the water, but I to Moshi Amoji, and now at Vijita. We are Professor Lebana, watching Lebana, party at the fake here, had the water in your government.
Thank you.
Oga release law, Bobanka, you are the party.
Thank you. Good evening.
Yeah, good evening.
Yes, sir.
Yeah, focus.
Papa.
Like yala tomanama.
Malemalo.
Akwe. No view Joffrey, on Jokiko.
Akwe Joffrey.
Yeah, push.
Yeah.
I'm a good board. I'm a good board for Nyai Madam, that is Sami Jamfi Nyai Madam Mulari. e go on study all very simple you can never call this around your brother external but man yan this man am rano you can you as go on chuchuchure ya you go mo sama la mo jama graba bo wan ya ma ko no ha
Marakuyo.
ala ba lokulo bari push dama ta tabala ko dokura ka le aglama you go down to 15 cities upa ka klise nyama tane yira tugu ma vede ko dokura ka 25 cities ala ba ka na ba ya mere ga vega na ba na be dre ko do ave dre ko dokura ka pepe ka kai na gwa baga 22 cities that means you lost 3 cities Takare doesn't mean but I see a question at work bow.
Okay.
So I'm afraid apa pobre ya nya drain water kakan je jonya ba ai ka mama ba ko je flasheri jumojo po fu pembola ika we ba mama ba jambare ngana no soft nya ma gboro ka ko ko jir kuna bo yina gbe dina pa du na ngde no nya te ko gbojule ju ko amare e won ba una na ba do adidi. So I'm afraid if expectation nya ba dola na iji pe suba na nja ka ujaba good board na ko gumanya good board ako aga more than that nyonya tofu ikan yi ingmak ba mahamala ikan ma good board nka mf jiba mf good board na ko dan nyonya no football affaire nga womba mf go womba me lost ko which is not the true ate goma me lost ko mu akare so tell the business mari oba income de ajebo state Majeba na grana no radio ala ba you are showing ruga down nyama na global ya because of that e man ko guys am be draw because e ma 25 cities akpogo ta afu ya no woga agbo suga we can go sika da homa because you na no set don na owu ta ya ka ma ma nya promere no aga jinami am afre maga na dale sika agblan sika ko bi power sika we aga wo no no fu patara ka radio mama nka ku senya ko sana wa so am afre na sinyanchi good board manifo atia
yo
good board manifo ama faga no nya blanchu kwa mo
akpa thank you good evening
coach
welcome coffee now
bien on je click on flotori
all right ab
coach aya yejo mo to gbara hasara go magoji ko be ina nya bia ma sabechi ma ti nya uro mo coach
yeah
Mako mo gba to go na ndisi bon do kata kla ko do kata utre push ayeyejo magara esla ma tempuku ma wi no laka akolu utu ohora se danare ofomo jogidi awo trawira agianwu dingianwu bande ki jawo to ma kore zama na ma esla ma
okay
amaje go ba nanya ba akija always akija ta kore zama ai ka mama mazadari to ami bito bo nguza tana ke ajaja ma ata ado to la sama ko ko ni ba ko ga ma ai o do to ma o ren ko ko ngubu o mi ye ko ma dai mama to ba po yo nya ba vishi vina ni da onya ta ko ko to tres ba ti da jama za na yo ta se yo ko ko bi sa fa ma we ako different out of mo boy
yeah
bravo ku ti ni gara go bo Tapi si bawa rupa, bawa anyame ganya ba, uko gala awama, uko profit. Dia ba kan dia profit uko ha, kan ganya loss global ha. Lupa technical loss ala uko na, uko corrosion, lupa nana pu. Wah, ila dia mangu lama ilo. Naya bawa apa maya siapa? Ay maya siapa? Baplang 50 street ko ya shima ya bai su da shi ne mana mai ya maka 50 street ko garaji ta kai ma fa yi ba ba ko 80 street akoma ai ma janwa ba ko 80 street instead of ma bi ba ma 100 street ko ga sai ma fa ya ma be ko 80 street that means for technically ne ko su ma bu 20 street ta ka at the end of the day ma ko profit dan wadi which is 30 street
okay
akoma ta ya ba anwo nyane mapa ngo koma sana nya pa tipi ma lo boglomba na do so ba dun so e pa nya mo glo na ile tuma la ba yi ta ma glo menya ba mim no dia ma oba emi bi to oba o ko pa o ve mama ko jo ve do ma in excess ta yo abrogate contract aro marun kuje
yeah
nanya ba mama la ma wo mo da ni ka ba jo vale o pa ba jo vale za la body they don't have vision. What for would another to in your mama, what you ta? Uber is useless. You don't know, Mama ever solve a problem. Because you can tell solve a problem. I cannot go see a whole 8 years. A fail come at the fake for you can make us just take clear. Mother, a gaka myself for 8 years, a game for help just for 1 year. I could go where myself for 8 years. That is the difference. That's why I'm all discipline. Those people are not disciplined.
Thank you, Abi.
I'm all a hemos of person. They are not disciplined.
Thank you, Abi.
I never obey a good young, not a good young, never no party on a party, and I know the party on a party. Come, you never party on a party. I don't want to know I am more of a party.
I couldn't be. Thank you. Hello, good evening.
Good evening.
Welcome, coffee. I'm sure.
Your man is talking about Papa.
Right, ma.
Dog Bana Punyan is of Mava Batari. No poggy, you dream me champion for the Kaya Klojua. Nemiaku Sokla, never former president, Labour vice. But you popular for Niakatama. For the Kaya Tonu, boo 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 boo. I have an apology to do ya at the Monyon Tum. See defense. O damage the brick plate, matching plate, dodgy. Wayo gaja bakaka ga formale energy center. Oh. Ajagba. Na ina mi gbon na bede. Eju popule na nye kwa de nye. Akoma na violent the MPP party mpia. Atongu. MPP party value ala ke gbegbe. Na nye nyata bo to la ma nogo. Akoya ko mi afoya gbogbon no be party arukuba la be fake party na. Obo ya dida la party ama. Twandiawe gbogbon be ogbono 2028. Modo tem vagel. Woga kere wale be amanyawia ba amanyata bo tunku na be yo anya. O kamyo mi mo le gboso sori. Ala ba nyata kwela. Modo te baba ba la be na pole ke jidudu ya le jidudu ya tuya roma. Iyo tami dana kodua na jidudu le sidi manwa wonyura mo tami jina bo mi otacharo kakana len kure jidudu ya tugbo kwere kakwe ya be mami de jisiba anyu wa me ke projo akwanyi na kofia me ke wonto chachamba wonto kwebe ye koga yula amomo ple na na do kwe projo kwa ye mi aba finat mi alomia me ka sijobe la blotiba ye dedo Domiga Dr. Bomia Machanga Wagaba finance minister Wagaba Lomia Bagati Jobe Jatoa. Pau,
thank you, Emmanuel.
The shadow of the
grateful. Thank you. Good evening. Good evening.
Good evening.
Marako na achi radio arona jogo.
Marako vise ni onta boku.
Yo, Marako atechi radio arajo legbo.
Thank you.
Yes sir.
Mabialo. I come d'accord for the Makeva Dogogonami, Yaye Fuso Bebe, Yaye Fuso Bebe, Ghana for Moon 5 chair, Makebonyama. Oh, you have Vice President Kokoa, Mr. Baumia Meva Gonyama, Bayaye Fuso Bebe, you could that Gogo, that I don't know you, but like a fake time. You know, you own the shadow year, you own the shadow year, you own the shadow year. Sanko's Lanyata family.
Yeah.
I'm a teacher, Kata, Latadana Fatia. One year, but Momaji, you Kakaru Puma Tamuno Blue. Nikia, I don't know who did it. About we. No, Dogonyago. Americana produit à provider si young population a produit ou bien fait du dollar au pouvoir doit produire oui mais bon les du dollar au pouvoir a produit ou du pouvoir ou à pouvoir d'auto a boy ha dogo ba gbo na nyaba o ga party wo ma o ma ga yo na yo o ma na ye nyanyamo o de daga na mo gbe ma o de daga sanku for her, for me, Never know you defending the year. That can not judge Malaka, Yan Parato, because you never on food. If you are a lay over Blenanita, I'm going to take one of your pleasant.
Thank you so much, my brother. Hello, good evening.
Good evening, Coach.
Welcome, coffee, I'm sure.
Cafe Agbamalio.
All right, Cafe.
Madog Banana and Tolesima. The kitchen bomb player for Yandy Sita. Salvation I am at the Dugano. I don't come at the Dugano, but even for command, but the Onania Ghana took the Ketu South.
A carriage. Onyaba le MPP meta.
Oh, my Yabal Alabadi, you come on Yamabe. I let us have it to implement and this Gamaba. No, put some mama, there's a look put some mama. Then it's much you are in the Guanajo. It's empty, Mama Power. One young will do more. You're quicker than your junior.
Okay, I'm a
Dogonero. At the Conora Jama.
Yeah, I beg for my fellow.
Here, Georgia, MPP Tojivo. Moto Bana, Oraba Mama Jifagu Machi, the NDC from Kata. Mavanya Matabon, Uncle, and Yabanilla Danaya. That's about Mia, Namina Ganaba, a Galagana. Ya Yoko Giafia, Yomoga Doga Ato Gana Jukoya. Oh, Gonamavai. If you never put a book on Mahamava Yagifia, a Gala Ghana, Plajo Gayon, Ukomuladi. You more called Jacro, for the Kaya de Desaco. If you have a notebook for the car, I make up for the car, I make up for G. If I'm a needy, I can't tell you somebody. If you have a Gayo for Ghana, a Galanesi Ghana, Natafa, it's a vast Baumia Gonyaba, a Galagana, Yomoga Dogo, Atiako, Ghana Dukoyo. I call Togo, where dog a book, but for the Yaji, oh, Mahamadi, Mountain. Where's you never a Duke of Body? Number go to a Duke of Body. No, Mamma like you are, but don't you go. Because those young Jacoma, you grow nobody over President Amos Jaconio. Savetima, the Sima the Bobo, a Jaconida. This year, and where I do give. I'm in a horse for the Capuya, a hot for man, a Ghana to come away. Come here, Mamma was doing to anticipate a Doma. And never Savage MPP Party and Tokatari. What do you look everybody? Let them never present a German me. I did not do a view, never did German. Yamano, a new open cool, Alaqua. Obama got on MPP, a Ghana, Ghana, Ghana to put the Ketu South. I love MPP Party and Tua. Ola, Guyana, a Jupopro, let you quiet. I love what from Yadu, what can be the two? The matter no one my new drama. Oh, I could find the Ponto. I want to know my life, I want to know, oh no, Papa Pasa, no, but Bobby, my no one is penny. If I don't if you don't for the doctor, Mahamatia, if you don't, you're not Balama, but to go Pacham, go Pachimadi, and no Fiaba, Amagadama. And I'm Mother, I get an anticipatory. I'm never home. Mark Play, one no pony, one first anti-neighbor.
Great work. Good evening. Good evening. Good evening.
Yeah, good evening.
Coffee, I'm sure.
Coach.
Yes, sir.
Okay.
Yo, ni jama.
Yo, nala.
Asanko anka.
Coach deke. Après mamija maja na masano.
Amen.
Na bona total, na dola bona na total. Bona da gbenegra ko wona na ko.
Amen.
Alaba nanyaba miaba Ketu South wo journalist do diojima. Wona nyama batwa nyano magbodo mono.
Amen.
Akpakaka. Madu bana Ketu South tokata. MPP ko MPP party manolo ubanya anyangongwe onya do ngongwe na ma ke wo na ma chi ke wo na ubangu do ma manyi sokwe nyaba jukola wo hukuto kufo globala party ya le yochi ya na nyaba yi anya party ya ba gungla na nyaba wo na ngudo wa do ko tu ayi chi ko na ngomo na na nya na wa ula for neighbor moko ko be agbonyama ma mema ga dogo bia ba agbe ya pon ile ne MPP party a mala ovadio ai ya ne livia ma gagner parti a do die livio ma ye gomola
na ko e
nya ka glomola yo bi anya ma ne mi la habobo re ma na ko ngba kwa ngba habobo ji jago kwa obo no ka gbon wa ko ngo NPP dola anu ma ke jola ne ba Ketu South afia ai agbon more reservation ala goma bon mi wona politics so le Ketu South le NPP ko NDC o do wolo ka na hodi aka da politics da kwa a chano vi wana koranya o ba ka se to do le gonya mo no buku me mi on to de nya no party mi on to mi le party de kam NPP to de o le party de kam a ko vi ko mi danyi so ko mi du odia o ti ha mi ko du odia o mo ko ngale Ghana kwa kaka do ko akule party do ko abuta le kike ama o ti mi ma ha ko du odia woti ma mo gabu ma mo ko ga ko kaka party do ko abuta mi du odia ni ma nka wa o to ma ba jengo no mi o jaja o kan o no mi o ko la ni ga no me ka seta do sama bo aka the party ta awon no via na ye intervention of gomba ya over o the Ketu South aja na mi ka the politics ta na do gbomo na ma le kan ko ra nyana amada ti gbomo mi o the kala wa ma de ka wa ko ta MPP party ya de party do ko gba nko ni le manu ko wa nyo na le tomo na nwa ngo kaka amogali ganya te pa de gerego no mo de gbe kwari no bo ya mo kun yiro no nya la party ma tumulema ofuyo fia Ghana nyigba ya manya mia Ghana violo ofuyo MPP party fia Ghana nyigba ya ple Ghana juya ple mia mano lawa o nya do won kuna nya ba o ba endi party ba ko bo mo dun nya te kwa ba datori ma no wo se ma ko na de obo gobo ame wala padamu lo mu ting de ko bo abele ko oba gbeli machine ya gali factory watie akama gbema fima mabuna ba mma ba de jojo ko na mo yoko nyeto ba ko ngala phone jembo amwa ya jong padi olala na ma ngale ba o ma ka kono mi la chinchi no o na nya uno ni la party am Ketu South ya e gramo fo foga lo du ma Ketu South ka ka ya ba vole ya
akpano
coach ma le pure donji na wona to
akpano jama yes sir, good evening
ka ko kudanga ka dichu afata
Mr. Koku
infa coach ma ko mo pa do galo to ple no do la fima e jama ngo excellency soloda di kumoji deputy ambassador Togo ganye chama nani da ablaji faguma senior secretary wato gare toke honorable Brajila honorable David wato galo kata ma ko yiji kude na fa dupla pe kai ko le yifo do wo nkai wu to ni binyama ekipito fa tefa no la hana na mere da fuma be uke wu do ni abi wu pe ko yu wo fa da elia yu ne mo popo ni vaza honorable Zakus ma ya te fa te bi na ka ya go nya fa ni mo wu ka to nke jofi le yefa lufa sijino yia na tudi si ale kulu ngura taji yivika ufa don no la yukata yefa pese tu kwata to sina ulosa dike ama fukaka alo fadaka ejivo de dosinu ruka domo vo de dosinu ike ufa tukamnau kamukata le nyate fanya ma awe dala ngo be na batch kono kaka ike mahama fa lenya de afati ti yefa minister uje poto yire blade lenya ba ta ka fo ko mara ko minister ka alo fa ka predivo yi mara ko blade lenya ba minister ka tulaga abe 200 million lenya ba o me blaton ye odidi poto re ka mara ba una na ni ona wo sa kushile jiure ka ko ka ba una na ni
yeah
awuna na nani ka mu ha awekina jupla jo drama ni mama ba go yi ibe si to ka ko go ya yo pe na ni bo pe ka mari nki je mu ku do na ju ko ka ba na no fu ya su ko je no fu ba ya no cheru anu ku ni fa awi be nya da si na ba yo ye be mu ba ji wo oba be yu de garata wo de nki je mu zi ko yo ka ta wu ko taru wo to ko ru ki gbogbo ne be se wo be ka COVID-19 ta fa so udrani ye ma do yu kapu ka obu nguramu ona buza ku sire COVID-19 ba ka ja ndu do ko na na bro Ketu se ne ko fe be ni ku ngura uma kure ke da ko you mu kata awu be fulani ta na te kuma to ni ma ori you bu ko mi da ti ko mo le be ne ti fila se ni amika u do ye mi ko ta na mo gbogbo ba ma ka to lo papa te me to to lo to ba nenye ba wo le bo wo do le all year constituency a wo do la fa mo we aro wo be akoda le primary election wo le national je de bu nya ba nenye ba yo da ko le constituency aro lu pe mtoma lu nya mo kuku ke la sina mo to mo so yo re ke ra ko mo yo ba lu ku ba wo te ngo na ka o da ko na bu yi ba o mi wo to wo do da ko but akoda ga ni ta le je to ba ma wo le si se o ta mo ta le je o ji ko ba o mi fa ba ma jaru go ma ya ba ma ru ga
all right thank you good evening
Good evening.
Coffee.
Football Akachita. Honorable Gabriel. Dekaji.
All right.
Yeah, football. Matu banami kula Imam Musa kula any city alasma. Magba dogana mauli salvation ba adu banecho. Ala baya you campaign against Miao. Because you could invade the polytank there over put our Matu Smagoji. Uno chip no ngoma over mama manya na ke mo na ku faru ba gwa oga aba we ne e time ko ma gbadu ga ni odo akware ma ba nya gbo akware wa boss national communication officer Sami Jamfi atoni atefola ama yare ma fo fon le ma o pe ma pe minister okatare ma fofo la uma nyate votu tu la uma MPP re nyate votu tu re kuma la umu ema mama va di dogwe gware brai MPP is a fake party nyate votu power ya dida o de wala tramate na no fragbara jina MPP okoko ayema ko dida eza o gaba ya nyamu no onya wa ba na NDC madongware NDC akuna no Japan mi da na jukoma na fana mi akpo gboro ma mi odore amranya di susura ma vira afia na ga ka mi afa o mi wa gbedo akatas na jirudare wa kwa mi adomi awo mo na mi kanu foriata no dagbagba wa ngo gbaradoda America ba embassy to na wa na immigration all America liare no deported oda ala ba fa o ga ko case dan wa ko court le no wa do fani wa ga gbo ba kana wa ga do fani wa ko kana ga la china mila na gana no ju ko na mi akpo ngogbo yi FPR agba gan kran kujino agba gan kran no nkajino da wa no ngakpo no yin agba gan pia.
Thank you. Good evening.
Yeah,
Jumaga.
okay.
Manyiba.
De kata de la gbodoji.
Akpa manyiba lo.
Mamde banwa.
Akpa.
Oto bana asio mama o Jumaga. Manyiba na mashia la Aflao. Muftu am. Sam.
Jumaga.
Ala na tenwa lari. Yoda hana.
Okay.
Aya sema.
Marakwe.
Ala na tenwa la yoda hana. Achi bi ore. Ogolo fojina ma ko mo pomo.
Okay.
Ma wi o target me ma gba o susu be du so ga babaga. Avalia free education na ba yi ma o ma gbagba na ke fo na ma no gbogbon ni o ta. O ku dire galamse.
Okay.
Galamse ha do di anwu ha do di vivia. I could be challenged. You shall wash your home like about Russia, Ukraine. You know, wash your home. But do you COVID-19 have it about move out COVID-19 have and go Nova or Deco. Yeah, that's like and ya or lemon, ya don't lemon yet. Or no baby, I didn't know that. Oh, no, you form a new going. I'm for the car for the given we all clearly. I'm not for the car. I didn't know. I come on, I think that Baba you don't know. Mahama, you at a show of YouTube uncle about the presidency in a cocoa. What was your poor? I'm more what you gave Mamma who was you was a 10 who was you was your by MPP. Yeah, you for the again. I got you know, a man who do here. Well, let a flat, what for how we should go on over there. No guy, party about Grillo, but in the one. I'm going to go to the over that. Okay, I'm MPP. I know one for you for many. Woga Mahama Yoden, Mahama Wallalu, what would be for many Bunga Kata Amaba for the car? If I'm my Yoden, come over we are one before 2. Mana Nana Nebuton and Nakufa Provia. Over 4 more for Nana, Aloma Mediama. 4 more for Nana phone. Nana customer Johado, Oga voted over Nana for years. So, what any guy be horny. You put the thing you go back when you point to Kira. So, Konanga Murunima got Johari. You took what they provide. At the time, that's achieving it over you. Oh, my, I'm all global politician. I said that one, I know I'm thinking about you.
Wagakba, I want to hear. Yaho, Mam Letter. Mercoponia Tanamis, Uncle Finamcho. Hello. 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 Sorry. I'm my don't Bachimeta. Okay, you never know Maga America Hogo Mahom later. Hello. Hello.
Hello, good evening.
Hello, good evening. Hello.
Hello.
Good evening.
Good evening.
Call for no.
Okay, Bonaka.
Okay.
Motubana, Nakatana, Sima.
Welcome, call.
Motubana, Yapa, Agisi Jordan, and Yabo, a woman than any. Bamagara Yabo Pata. Makara Giba, Gold Bora, Money Hoa. Happy Pitoba Gamma. Agba Ghana Popol, Daba Mahama, a Dupopoma. Makadia, go board and another one Ghana Kata. Can you over a go board at Low Popotere? Unka on Ghana. Here, Makela gonna go board. Yes, I mean, the disease, ma. Le go board. When you bought over to Ghana, one of whatever you correction. Uma my promo. Oh, Asia. Asia very nipper. Like you, but I'm not Nona. When you bought old black, you're Asia McGlory. You got no good. But the Kukuna had to be Mauli Salvation. And Makajiba to put them none on that the year is strong. No, 100 years, a year of Samuel.
At a regiment attack Pama go. I take a Gareba scoop back by you. Normally salvation quick one, 30 seconds.
Yes, I push near the Miabo. Makajiba to Locaton Sanya Sanya. Makajiba this year is going to be a fruitful year. Okay. Yakata Maunale Minute Mia or Doa.
Thank you, my brother. Thank you. Remember Hassan Afanya.
Yeah, I'm a share, Mamma Glover. Mauso Jantona Atuchina Masham, but a former Najin and Yakata, but Miahoji Juna Vamanami, Lama Sir, Wagbaji, Nagode,
Amen. Come on, Arabma, but I am a Tomale technical. Aflao Shimatoma technical because Karuma, Homo Luzna, Bobo Luzna. I know Viabo, when I'm Maya for Funya ready to fool. Tafia will a party matter, Afovulia. All
right. Thank you. Grateful. My Jama Dakpana on our Molly Salvation, MPP Rebel.